Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Barter speaking. Welcome to an editing stream of a title that I've apparently used once before, except it makes sense this time, because I'm actually doing a scene that involves driving, to a certain extent. Most of it is sitting in the car post being driven, but, it's close enough. Uh, so yes, tonight is a night of redemption. For me specifically. Because if I haven't mentioned it before, or I definitely have, but if I haven't mentioned it to people here specifically, no, it's not the scene with the butler. What? What? Okay. Yeah, no. This the scene in question is episode 8, part 2. That whole thing that was done in a super rushed format that didn't do justice to the concept I had in my head in the slightest, and cut pretty much every single corner it possibly could. Uh, Probably the first time that the editing I think had a significant downgrade. I've still consider episode 6 to be probably the best out of season 1 in terms of editing, but even despite that, it was a significant plummet. And so that's why I have not assigned that scene to anyone. I have kept it for myself. So that's what we're going to do today, or that's what I'm going to do today. I'm not here alone, of course. I'm joined with somebody else who might also be doing a scene. It might not be, depends on what he's got prepared. It's his idea to do this in the first place anyway, so I assume it's something. Our usual guest, Ain the Best.
Hello, yes. I have yeah, I'm working on the first half of scene 3. It's post locker scene of the episode of part 1. Outside of school.
Yes. Yeah, that one.
And I'm doing the first half, which I'm outside of school, because honestly, I feel like this scene should have been broken into 2 parts, because you have the first part of the scene, which takes place outside of school. Julius runs off, and then you transition to Julius post telling Raina about everything in the classroom. So I feel like this should have technically been 2 scenes, but technicalities.
Honestly, yeah, you're probably right.
But anyways, by the way, you reviewed a show called Street Life, right?
Yes, in fact, if it weren't for your suggestion, that's what I would be reviewing today.
So, that show's voice acted, right?
It is, yes.
Wow, you know what would be crazy? If you could audition for that show.
Let me guess. Baxam LP has posted
I was on
an audition link.
I was on Casting Call Club, just scrolling through, and then I saw the thing called Street Life episode 5. Thugs on a Warpath. Gotcha voice acting series. Hey, that's what the project's called. Anyways. But yeah, so basically, I was scrolling through Casting Call Club and was like, wait a minute, isn't this something Jacob reviews? Didn't Jacob watch this show?
Yeah, it's one of the active ongoing ones. Yeah, you're right.
I'm like, so I'm going to pop this link in your DMs. You should totally audition for it, though, because it'd be so funny if you were in it.
It would be funny. That's probably also one of the biggest swears per capita videos, so I'm not sure which character I would play, but we'll cross that bridge.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll audition. I'll probably audition, to be honest. Why not? I haven't auditioned for projects in a while. I like auditioning projects.
Yeah, that is fair. Speaking of projects, so why I'm on Farapaka right now with this is not just because of the thumbnail. That was a bit of a coincidence. I am actually using this as a reference because because it's a better limo than the one in.
The other one looked fine, but this one looks so much better with the shading and stuff.
Yeah. Also, it's to do with the fact that I'm actually making the inside of it because as recommendations in the last editing video, it would be more efficient to edit different characters together in one place.
What? No, that's not the most efficient.
Rather than to do so individually, which I totally get. So I'm going to attempt to do that. Problem is that when you're dealing with custom backgrounds, it's not that simple. But I thought maybe this layout I can at least do maybe 2 in the front, 2 in the back, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my senior recommendations. No wait. Were there 3 people in the car?
Well, there are 4 in total. One driver.
Yeah. So I personally recommend Julius because I think he's like objectively the tallest, and that would make the most sense to sit in the front if you're objectively the
Right, there we go. Okay.
and Reina and Morwenna in the back. Because like Morwenna wouldn't make sense because she's like the shortest in the group currently there.
Yeah, Moana might need like extra space anyway, like the middle seat just for a tail. That's entirely fair.
Or like in the middle ish, and that'd be awesome.
Yeah, the thing is that because both these backgrounds are from Free Pick, they don't coincide. What I've been doing is I've been referencing the exterior colors here and applying them where appropriate to the inside, basically. So I'm trying to replicate it as much as I can, basically.
Yeah, my only worry here though is the inside of the car we see the outside. So we would have to get a different background that looks close enough to like give the illusion that, unless it's gonna be covered by windows. I don't know.
Well, it's gonna be covered by transparent windows, but like that, I have removed the background already at this point from there. So like the transparent stuff that is deliberate.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes, it will be a different background. That was the plan. Actually, that can probably stay the way that it is. Because yeah, like that's part of the redemption idea is that I'm going to do my best to improve the bits that I can. Because of course, part of it was like the whole layout of the park with the existing gacha backgrounds couldn't actually take advantage of it that much. But even without that, just like a setup, like an ICG setup, traps in general would probably be helpful. But yeah, right now doing this and and then I'll start with the actual characters. Some of these are very minor differentiations, but whatever. Yeah, I think that's maybe something in between. The steering wheel particularly is going to be a challenge, but we'll see what happens there.
Yeah,
obviously, at some point I'll switch out to you.
And also, Bond mentioned the butler thing. The butler did drop off Pop at the thing. That is a scene. I just am eventually waiting for Jacob to whenever he does like the version with the mouse to actually work on more of that video editing project because I can't edit without the mouse.
Oh, that's why I was like so confused about the butler thing. You're talking about the Pop POV thing.
Yeah, I need the version with the mouse to continue editing that because I don't have the mouse on. I mean, I guess they could all not have mouse, but they'll look a little weird. They'll look a little weird
Yeah.
for the video. and
Yeah,
Pop
for the record, the reason why it makes no sense for the redemption scene that I was describing to be the one with the butler is because that one hasn't been done before, which is further exacerbate my confusion about that.
Well, Bond did record for it, and I did technically edit it. I just have the version without the mouse.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was saying. Because the butler comment came when I was talking about redeeming myself for a previous scene, to which Bon asked, "Is it the scene with the butler?" Which
yeah,
of course not.
I mean, this is less Bob Ross and more Paint Bucket Tool, but I guess close enough, Bond.
Yeah, I wonder what Bob Ross would have done with Fire Alpaca.
Who knows?
And looks like we have had another happy little accident, but don't worry, we can just press Control Z. Would kind of defeat a little bit of the charm of the show, I imagine.
Probably.
Or at least, diminish the catchphrase and
By the way, what is that? Is that what she looks like? I mean, I'm not that I'm complaining about how fabulous Empress looks like. Is that what she wore in the original?
It's the closest I could get in Gacha Life 2 to what you wore in the original.
Because
remember, part of it was obscured by a car, so I had to take a little bit of artistic license there.
This outfit is fabulous. I mean, the hat looks a little bit weird. I know you're trying to hide her ears, but I feel like the way the hat size and adjusted looks a little bit weird.
Yeah, the hat's been warped accordingly. Yeah,
The hat's
that's
been
one.
warped a little bit weirder than I would have expected, but okay. It works.
That's one thing that I've started doing, now versus back then. Whereas back then it would just be a case of like, oh, okay, I'll hide the ears, in Gacha Life itself, and then just use the normal hat dimensions because it wasn't adjustable. Now, because the things are adjustable,
Yeah.
I keep the ears where they are, and I adjust something so that they could be hidden. I've been doing that since Reina's hat actually in season 2.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, this is the part that's I guess because it's not super pixel perfect. That's going to be, I guess, a little bit more dull to see. I'll finish dyeing this out, and then I'll fine tune the details when I'll switch over to you so people can see something else.
Yeah. Tell me when you want to switch over, and we'll switch over.
Okay, so let me just check here. So that's that. All right, maybe instead of 44, we'll go 33 here. Because the steering wheel has far more different shades than the actual limo itself, I think. I'm wondering what to do with the seats, of course, as well.
I mean, the seats could probably stay beige, right? Or do the seats have to change too?
They don't have to change, but for this car and for the sake of the fabulous driver within it, they probably
we make them bright pink.
Not quite what I was thinking.
What do you mean? That's not fabulous?
It might be a little bit of a contrast to how limos are typically presented.
But this is Empress. Do you really think she wouldn't make her limo fabulous?
I guess you can in fact get custom colored seating, so that might have been a thing that she decided for herself.
I don't know. I think that'd be cool. That, or I suggest like a dark red, but like pink would be so great.
Yeah, I mean, red and black are a classic combination. That would probably work a little bit better, I imagine.
But I mean, pink would be awesome though. If Empress was if this was that close to the present day, Empress would be singing the Pink Pony Club.
Would she now?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're still in 2021 currently. Or no, wait, we're in 2020. We're in very late.
So you're referring to the current year within
timeline.
the series ongoing, rather than okay.
Well, that's 2019, so it's even worse. Timeline
That's why I was
placement.
confused for a second. Okay, I'll fix those at some other point.
Yeah, I mean, editing streams are good to get some editing done.
That is, are you responding to someone in chat right now?
No, just in general.
Oh, well, yes, you are correct.
I don't know.
I presume that's probably why you suggested this.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping Quadzi or Emily would join, but just us. Just us.
I mean, did you let them know what was happening?
No. I thought they would see it and join. That's
Quadzi doesn't tend to see these streams on a regular basis anyway, so
yeah.
I doubt that would have actually happened. I mean, by all means, since you've not got anything on screen right now, you could probably message her if you wanted to and see what and see if see if we get any bites on the hook,
I'm gonna put it in the Mean Girl Editors group chat. And
well, I forgot about this bit here. That's for some reason why that happened. It's probably easy just to crop that part out. No one notice.
Yeah, I do think these editing streams are really good for remakes, especially because it's not like people haven't technically seen the original episode, so we're not spoiling anything like a modern day Mutant Girl episode, which
Yeah, no, that's true.
that would be spoiling episode.
Yeah, well, I mean, the original, inspiration for this, well, it was two things. It was first of all, it was Honeycast, but second of all, it was Johnny's old streams where he would just make the entire episode in front of everyone and get their input at the same time, which of course is great for audience interaction, but is horrible for, storycraft or any semblance of internal logic. I don't think it does those anymore, but that's whoops, that was the opposite thing I meant to do.
Ha. Ha L.
That's less of a happy little accident. That's more of a full on tragic little accident there.
Yeah, I was referencing Final Break. Final Break.
I see.
I'm so excited for Final Break. Ha L. I'm so excited for Final Break though.
Yeah, I think that was because I think that was one of my lines originally. So I was just so yeah, one of the things that I recall was like, oh, this is interesting. This is gonna sound very strange coming out from me, but that's fair. No, I'm not. There we go, much better. Does that mean that it's technically 3 pixels too tall? Yeah, probably, but I can fix that in post anyway with aspect ratio. That's fine. It won't be obvious in the video. Cut to somebody just, eagle-eyed scanning the screen.
Well, it'll be obvious to us, and we'll point it out when we're talking about the episode when it comes out.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
We'll be like, oh yeah, they're like the pixels are a little too high.
Yeah, I've always said this, but we're all our own worst critics, so whatever I've said about other shows, it's always I'm always going to be harsher on myself.
Dang.
Speaking of other shows, Everly has been in contact with me, and I got a PDF document of responses to not just like the last episode, like I thought was going to happen, but it actually contains time-stamped moments for like every single episode, referring to things that we talked about in it.
Of what?
So it's definitely the most detailed response that we've got so far. Once we switch over to you, I can probably read some excerpts out of that and probably get some of the art as well, because they've made some they made some art that said, oh, do you want to see this? It's like, oh, sure, all right then.
Yeah.
Also, got that treat later.
Also, Bond stole the VA who said, who stole your role, who stole your second role in
I see.
Emily's thing. Man, you're not in the show anymore. I don't think you voice anyone else.
No, I didn't think so. I was originally 3 different characters, and then became 2, and then one of them died.
Yeah. Well, the other left. The others are away from the school during the catastrophe that's happening currently there.
I mean, yeah, sometimes you can, in fact, organically write characters out of a show, especially when the show's just started.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's also good for a show like that to at least establish that there are other students, at the dorm or who go to the school. It's not just the people in the situation, who go to that school conveniently.
Yeah, see, you say that about Final Break, but when I point out the same thing with Danny Berlin's character, you chastise me for it.
Because Danny feels so important, but Danny is so underused, and so he's a plot point. He's not a person, he's a plot point, even though he should be a person and a plot point, because that's how things work. Pete isn't just a plot point, Pete's a person.
Yeah, he's one of the people that plot centers around. Yeah, like I can't see what you're saying in terms of that, but
Like
Again,
it's
it was
like
the attempt was meant to be the same thing of, okay, there are other people involved in here. Pop roped in the first person that she could think of, and that's why he doesn't get that much attention.
I guess, but I don't know. It's like the whole Damien thing from My Street, where it's like he's introduced to be a love interest. We barely know anything about him. And the moment his job as a love interest is done, he's never seen again or mentioned again, besides like that one time in season 5, but then never mentioned again, essentially, beyond that one episode and plot point in season 5.
Yeah, Damien feels a lot less forced in because he was around for much longer, and I'm arguing against myself here, but bear with me. Because because yeah, he was a much more central character. I guess that's why the writing out of him felt much more like a betrayal, because because he was around for long enough to be someone else.
I don't know. I just feel like
And
Danny.
felt significant for Kawaii-chan's, just general confidence as well.
Danny, I just needed more for Danny in season 1. Like, I don't know, or just Danny in general. I wouldn't. I like if Danny was involved in season 2, that wouldn't be bad, even if it was like a minor role. Again, like I suggested, like the idea of having him glare at Pop, or like whenever it was like making fun of Pop in the hallway or something, or like laugh at Pop or something. It's just giving him Granted, the only reason I didn't suggest that when writing that season 2 was because I didn't watch the episode very much because of the whole framing plot, for obvious reasons. I kind of avoided
That
that
is one
episode
of the
like the
that is one of
plague.
the only scenes that he's in specifically.
I avoided that scene. I avoided that like the plague.
I think that's the only scene where he speaks, actually.
No, he speaks. He only speaks in the locker scene. He doesn't speak in the first scene of Principal Pearson. So yeah, eh. Danny just needed more, or more backstory, more something. He needed more. Exactly.
Oh, dang it. Did I give... Oh, I gave the steering wheel the same color as the... well.
Bond put a comment. Bond said, Aiden has joined my series as of late. He is a victim of chronic casting in December. How you feel about that, Aiden? You excited? I don't know what that means. What's chronic casting?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means. So, cool. I don't understand. Okay.
Do you remember the most chronic cast of December? A show where people get dismembered.
Dude, oh yeah. God, dismembered.
As they throw their lives away.
Oh. Secret of the Plex parody. Honestly, that would actually be awesome if you do that.
I did
eventually.
consider making a Greatest Show parody when I recorded my lines for episode 1.
You should do a Secret of the Plex parody for Bond. It'd be fun.
I mean, now that I'm not doing AFMAP parodies every month, yeah, I can definitely add that one in. I'm probably gonna have to delay the one that I had planned for February on the grounds that I haven't actually reviewed the entire show yet.
Yeah.
And the character who I was going to do that song based on, didn't actually appear in the latest episode. So
Dang.
yeah, it'll be a while before that one happens. So I've got a few alternatives. But
Secret
hey,
of the Plex.
Yeah, maybe that one.
or that one Caitlyn one I suggested. Although that goes back to AFMA.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to go back to AFMA. But if you need something, you could always do that Caitlyn one I suggested.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the latest AFMAP parody was also done, because I didn't have time to make anything else.
Yeah. Which that one popped off in views.
Yeah, I know. So it's I think it's probably like something on like the third or fourth like most popular song I've done.
It's like I think it's got like 4.2k views right now, which is really impressive.
It does, yeah, almost 4.3.
Anyways, Bond says, I was asking if you're excited about Secret of Flex. Yes, I was just confused about the term chronic casting.
It means
confused.
it happens a lot and to an intense degree
I mean,
beyond your control.
that's what casting does. This is what you do. Which I need a.
I
I
was
need
referring
a.
to the chronic part, but yes.
Oh, yeah. Which after season 2, I need to open up a casting call club for. I want to open up a casting call club to get a new VA. Well, not a new VA, a VA for his character in season 2, who is not season 2. There's like this series that happens that I want to get a character for, and I don't know when I want to actually open the casting call up for that. Even though I collected lines for some of that show, except for like I got half of Lana. I got.
It's that series you mean?
That. Yeah, everyone's gonna be so confused. Oh, Bond says. By the way, speaking of Rebel Spell, I have a confession, Jacob. I've never heard Rebel yell before. I saw the parody, and that was my first AFMAO cover I'd seen and thought the melody was original.
Does it not say parody in the video? Did I not put that in the title?
I'm pretty sure it says it in the title. Pretty sure.
I might have forgotten.
Rebel Spell's so good though. It's like one of the best ones from that whole year. Mama. Oh, also Nights of Guinevere been greenlit officially.
I thought it already existed.
No, the full series been greenlit, not just the pilot.
Oh, nice.
Also, yes, the title does say AFMAO parody music video, so it does say parody.
Right. Okay. It's supposed to be some kind of cup holder with no cups, or I guess an armrest. Yeah.
I think it's an armrest.
Yeah.
Oh, William's here. Hello,
right.
William.
Ah, yes, hello. You've joined for another editing stream.
William, William, would you like to edit a scene for the Mutant Girl remake? Ooh.
I think you claimed all of the ones that someone else didn't snatch up.
No, I only claimed one so far, which was the park scene. Not park scene. Oh, outside school scene.
That's pretty responsible, actually.
Yeah, I'm kind of just waiting on everyone else. Oh, William says sure. Okay, William.
That was
easy. William, you're in the Mutant Girl server, right?
There's a certain locker scene that Aiden hates.
I'm not touching that 10-foot pole. Although I did give Jacob a background extra of Jackson that I gave him like several screenshots for him to add to the scene as a background character. I'm not editing a scene though. I did give him some screenshots of the character though. And their reaction.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If I'm going to include extras in a scene, they're not just going to be. They're not. Well, you did like at least 4, but yeah.
No, I did like 8. I did 8. I literally described what happened in each screenshot.
Oh, yeah, so you gave me a multiple of 4. Which yeah, does. Okay.
I'll reinvite you, William, to the server. Anyways, go on.
I remember what you said before about when we were working on I think it was season 3, episode 2, and what and like I was talking. I think I was either on stream or I was just talking in general about like what I was working on, like how the other changing room scene actually, the one with the girls instead of the boys, and like how I gave them all like different actions to actually do and things. It's like, oh, why would you do this? It's like, well, I mean, I wanted it to look like things were happening. There was life,
I mean, yeah.
And then the mirror scene happened, and then all that got kind of like buried.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like extra detail. I just had like pretty simple detail. Like I think I will have like what Jackson like opening his locker, Jackson stopping opening his locker, Jackson listening in, Jackson turning around, Jackson looking onwards, Jackson looking concerned, Jackson turning to look in his locker, pretending he's not paying attention. I think that's what I kind of did. It's like, ooh, it's like, oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do think I guess if whoever ends up editing that scene, I'll probably have to create something that's going to be that's going to be like like an open locker door of some kind, which is not that complex, to be honest. Going to do that to include that, which is an extra thing I didn't put in the scene description on the server. For those who don't know, the way that scenes get, I guess, quote unquote assigned is I put the descriptions and the audio in when I finish it onto the Mutant Girl community server for the editors, and then whichever editor decides to claim that scene first is the one that does it, because I want to make sure I give them like, okay, here's what's going to happen in this scene. Here's the complexity, if there is any at all. And also the duration, so they can figure out if they, have the time and can decide accordingly. Yeah, these seats definitely need to change color to something. Pink or other coloring that.
Make it pink. Make it pink.
Yeah, they're already kind of pink.
They're beige.
I'll make them more. I'll try a more saturated pink, and if the chat screams at me to stop, then I'll change it.
Pink. What would Empress do?
I don't know. She wouldn't go with pink necessarily. That's more Pop's color.
What is Empress's color then, huh?
Honestly, pretty much everything else.
I mean, I think that's pretty.
All right, I suppose I'll give it a moment before the complaints start rolling in.
No one's gonna complain. No one's gonna complain because they know the consequences of complaining. I'm kidding.
I like to lower that a bit.
I put the all the codes. The codes are basically in a doc I put. It's in the scene information, not scene information. I put it in the character codes.
And this part now feels like. Hold on, did I do that? Oh no! I've okay, never mind. I messed up here. Okay, I was calling several different things the same thing. I didn't even. I know I didn't change the shade, but hey, that looks kind of better now, I think. I think the shade is looking better now. Better now. Before the seats are no longer brown. Longer brown.
It's beige.
I feel like it's beige is it's a shade of brown, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, technically.
Yeah, it wouldn't have rhymed otherwise.
I think the beige bits there are like the lighter colors, like the corner bits and stuff, maybe.
Yes, I need a lighter version of what I had already. Although, so I don't have to change, I'll do all of the outlines and grooves first. As for the well, those are the C-rest. They don't normally have much color to them anyway. Then we're just metal.
I mean, you can make them pink. She likes pink metal.
Pink metal.
Yeah, have you heard of Pinky Night?
Pinky Night.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's an idea for a magical girl series, everyone.
Yeah.
Pinky Night.
Pinky Night. I gotta change the other one.
Has a dragon steed as an animal mascot. There you go.
Jacob,
Yeah.
Jacob is now a good stream for small talk or no? I was gonna ask you what your favorite VA role is.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, these streams in particular, yeah, they are the best situation out of any. And honestly, any topic beats that time that BB brought up Ben Shapiro for some reason. So, in the spirit of that, I'll definitely answer the question.
Okay, Jacob's answer there is orange.
My favorite VA is orange.
No, it's like favorite VA role. A VA role. What's the question?
Oh, favorite VA role is orange. Yes, of course. Yes.
Orange.
Clearly.
Orange.
As in orange, you're glad you asked me that question. No, orange. But the real answer is okay. To include everything, I guess. Even though I wrote this role myself, I'd say my favorite one is definitely Emil from People Above. As far as roles that that I've been cast in, done by someone else. Yeah, that's a bit more of a complicated question. I don't.
What about Zach? Zach's great.
If it's out of the Fallen Angels cast, my favorite's definitely Harvey.
I mean, yeah, Harvey is very fun.
I was gonna say, no offense to Zach or anything, but
Well, I mean, yeah. Hey, Bond got an ad. You're making money. Oh, you want to invite the stream, William? Sure, I will invite you. Give me a moment.
The fact that Bond had to reference the fact that got an ad implies that they don't normally appear, which they should.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother issue. Ignoring that.
I mean, I've checked my analytics. Monetization is working. So.
I mean, yeah, we got to get you money. Are you actually making money off the parody video or nah? I don't know.
If we talk about the Lumily one specifically, yes.
Oh, we got 4K views, so we're getting you money. money.
Yeah, the parodies in general, thanks to YouTube's newer system in terms of copyright stuff, it works on a shared revenue basis, which I guess means that Aaron Fraser Nash is also getting paid, which is a relief considering that I've ripped off his style for nearly 10 years.
Wow, Jacob, how dare you steal things? I'm telling the copyright police.
Not only did I steal his format, but he's the one who made that original song this time.
For some reason,
sorry.
For some reason, my camera's on, even though I'm not showing my face. Like, what? Logitech, stop it.
I don't know. We don't see your face on stream, so
Thank goodness. Anyways, so yeah, I'm here now. Hello.
Hello. Did you look at the scenes that are open?
I need to double check
on the MG server.
When it comes to assigned scenes, I think maybe I'm just not looking in the right channel because I'm only when it comes to the assigned scenes chat, it's showing ones for last episode.
No, assigned scenes. No, those are just scenes that have been assigned. Here, I'll at you of the channel.
That'd be great.
There you go. I'm doing scene 3, and I think Quadsy's doing scene 1.
All right.
And Jacob's doing. I don't know what number scene this is. Jacob's doing whatever this scene is.
It's just 8 part 2. All of 8 part 2 is currently assigned to me, even though I put it into multiple scenes based on the car transitions and everything. But nah.
Jacob's doing 8 part 2. So yeah.
Yeah. Scene 8. Wait, hold on. I'm looking at episode 8, scene 4 right now.
Ooh. Oh, the cafeteria scene with Pete and talking about what happened.
Pete the rat.
My first my first ever custom background that I can now no longer find.
Oh, we're gonna have to get a new background for that. Oh no. Oh
Was
no!
It won't be
Location,
too big
yes.
of an issue. My main problem will be having to port everything over, which again, it won't be the worst, but it'll be tedious. Is that
Honestly,
one open? Scene 4.
Sure.
yeah. Honestly, I need to look back at this video anyway and like look at your style because probably honestly your expertise and your formats of editing these would probably have worked way better for the park if I weren't so stubborn to do it myself.
Yeah, mine. I'm like probably for my scene. I'm gonna keep it flat lighting because what I was trying to do in the one test, it just did not execute right. It would work better if the background it wasn't like an outdoor background for one. I just think it would be better to just keep it flat to make more consistency. And also, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like fully like splined animation or just like the kind of like more stepped.
I'd probably go with more stepped.
Yeah, it'd probably help for consistency purposes. I've been in Blender already today because I've been working on layouts for a project, which has been fun. And yeah, it's been hell, but I'm getting through it.
Oh no! I caused Bond to lose his voice yesterday because of
no! Oh boy!
Bond says, "I got
What?
the Taylor treatment. A character using my normal voice sounds easy enough. Insert line where it literally says screams of pain. Oh yeah, that line. That line.
Okay. I just need to start porting everything to Blender, which is going to be probably most of what I'm doing this stream. Oh god, I got jump scared by Girl with the Tail presets.
Hey,
well, you've had some practice.
Honestly, I really hope Girl with Tail returns for episode 3 eventually because I love that show.
The main thing with that to me is like I don't know if I'm have the time to do it.
Yeah.
I would if I could. I'm just like so busy with like 5 other things right now. It's kind of hard to like decide.
Yeah, but it'd be so cool.
In that case, I appreciate you more just hopping on with zero notice of doing a Mutant Girl scene.
It's fine, honestly. I was kind of waiting. I was like, okay, so that's one preset, and I gotta get like the other 3.
Oh, you're waiting in the wings for your summons, yeah.
Yeah, I was like waiting in the shadows. I'd be like, when's my time? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, I was just talking before about my approach when it comes to the assigned scenes and the community server in general, and how I tend to describe the scenes and what they involve to the best of my ability in that part, and then the assigned scenes channel is after someone claims it.
Yeah, luckily when it comes to that scene, I actually was watching that episode recently. Rewatching it like a few months ago, and I know what happens in that scene, so the original.
Jacob, you want to transition over to me watching me edit?
Yes, fair enough. I need to
just so I give the stream someone else to look at.
Yeah, my next step is I guess figuring out where everyone's gonna go in terms of just trying to place them in Gacha Life 2 over this image. Yeah. All right.
I'm also gonna start screen sharing in a second.
It's gonna be a little bit of guesswork, but I'll switch over to Aiden for now.
Yeah. In a moment, I'm gonna start screen sharing, showing the process of porting over the models, not the presets to the Blender rig.
So right now, I have like all the screenshots of Morwenna and the crew. I meant to mess with some of the layering here, but here are my like screenshots. So I gotta like size them properly. I gotta go here.
You know, I actually, if I can get up OBS virtual cam, that'll be good enough.
And then I gotta crop this because the way I do my screenshots to make them a consistent size is like I captured a full window, so there. Okay, so they're like in front of the school right now talking. Okay, I'm just gonna like put them the middle-ish. Yeah, putting them here.
All right, let me just.
Okay.
Hey, look, it actually worked. Oh, that's mirrored on my end. That's cursed. Okay.
And don't mind the fact Julius isn't here. It's just, he was separate because green outfit. He's separately filmed.
All right.
I have only
So-
filmed up the first half of the scene though outside. I haven't filmed the other half yet.
This thing looks cursed in solid mode because it uses some weird material stuff. It's also laggy when it's in this mode. Uh-oh. And I think my blender died. Oh, wait a second. I just realized that might be an issue with this thing. If I...
Oh no, Blender dies. Oh. No.
I'm just checking up something. I don't even think... Do I even have the... I don't think I do, unfortunately, which is a problem. Yeah, that, or it could be something more fun. Yeah, it's not even on. The rig add-on wasn't even on, which is a problem when I needed.
Some guy. Well, I was in the shower. So I didn't.
All right, I need to be in front-facing mode so nothing clips into each other. Now, this is where things get tedious. So I'm going to start off with doing the preset for Moana, because that one's going to be... Yeah. So rear hair is number 15.
You just put Kenna instead of Morwenna.
So I'm quick going to actually put this in a preset
And see.
folder.
Pity. Maybe Pete will tell me in homeroom. Or even Margaret.
Shower. So I didn't.
All right. So with that, I suppose, since I'm off the screen now, I can in
Steve.
fact read a little bit of
In homeroom.
the Everly paragraph, well, Everly PDF, I mean. I'm not going to read the whole thing because there are 27 pages, so I'll segment them, basically. But yeah, maybe for now I'll focus on episode 1 for this stream, and then I'll come back to other stuff. So
Didn't see.
here's the first bit.
Maybe.
First off,
in
I
homeroom.
don't even have the
Or
words to
even
express how happy I am. I never thought my series would never make it this far to get a whole review, and on multiple episodes for that matter. All of your praise are making me go so Reddit's insane. I'm so happy.
Are you okay?
You guys are so sweet. I'm so sorry if my episode 1 wasn't the best written. When I made episode 1, I didn't even write the rest of the series yet. I had very little idea where it was going, but now I am sort of a watcher of a past me who didn't know yet just how big my series was going to be for me and for others. Rest assured, the rest of the content is much better in my opinion now.
Are you
I'm guessing that was probably written like around the time like episode 2 review come out, but like before watching it, I guess. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the way that Prism talks about the
In
Guardians.
homeroom.
Just in the sense of the sense of, you know, at some stage, this time it happened to be the very first episode, but just at some point having that
He's not getting away from me. That
so I keep losing my train of thought because I keep hearing the audio from Hayden's
Yeah.
end.
I'm hearing that as well. I was like,
that
oh boy.
easily.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, technically, you know, this is what I work with.
Fair.
I'm
No, that
working
is
with
true. I mean,
I'm working with the audio. I get.
I don't know why by default is that, but I'm just going to change it to number 2. There we go. It's already on number 2. All right, so that's the head. Oh, well, ready except for the colors because those look no.
yeah.
Oh
So
my
what I was thinking of in terms of like, you know, that paragraph in general, it's like, yeah, it does. You know, it feels like the format of the Guardians as well, where you know, of course, most people don't have everything in their in the series figured out from the beginning, and you know, I know that BB is a big proponent of writing the entire thing down first, or as much as, you know, the story will allow in the moment, rather than you know, the typical internet-based approach of
I mean, I mean,
like responding to the moment, or
I mean, with that, to be fair, it kind of depends on the story you're going for, the show you're going for. Like, if you're going for like slice of life, to be honest, you know, you probably don't need to write everything out unless you end up tapping with like severe continuity and like flashbacks.
Behind us now. That's all
Which
I would
ironically
hear about
something
this.
that was the reason that, you know, we haven't touched the Mutant Girl script in so long, is because we wrote so far in advance and didn't realize that, oh yeah, this is
Who was it?
gonna be means we can't respond to what's going on in the moment anymore.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, some of the stuff, like some of the Reina hate, it's kind of hard to. I don't really know how to fix that with people. It's their opinion. I can't fix that. You know?
Oh, I didn't mean in terms of that. You know,
Yeah,
that
but it's
was
like
that was more of a case
some
of resisting temptation to change as a result of that, because you know
yeah, but
that could have very easily happened.
some of that stuff in the Mutant Girl is like I don't know how to fix this. If you still hate Reina even after like the first 3 episodes, I don't know if there's much we can narratively do anymore.
Well,
It's
the
not in our
Reina hate didn't really start until until I think episode 4. So like the first 3 episodes are largely, you know, exempt from that in terms of
Oh
season 3.
no. I was talking about season 3. Just
Oh,
writing
okay,
wise
yeah,
for
no,
the
that's
show.
yeah,
Like
that's more
there's not
intense.
much
Okay.
we can do. It's kind of out of our hands at this point. We've tried. We've addressed it narratively. There's not much more we can do about it anymore.
Yeah, that perspective did radically change after you know after
I mean,
someone worse was introduced, basically, or was you know given the spotlight.
Emily still says she hates Arena. Apparently, that's what she said before D&D the other day. So, not much we can do for some people.
If that was like a couple of months ago, but yes,
No.
I do remember that specifically. And I also
Yeah.
remember Moaning mentioning that
There one name.
that apparently, you know, she'd hated her from the start, or you know, was seemed to be, you know,
Who was it?
like an
some
actual
guy.
realistic
I was in the
mean girl
shower.
compared to Pop's cartoonish mean girl. Which and then she never elaborates on that because she was going to make it a full a full video so get more structured thoughts out there. But that never came to be.
That never manifested.
Now time for my personal
I was in
fun.
the shower, so I didn't see.
Pity.
Guys get to hear some audio. Ooh, fancy.
And boy, do we.
Or even Margaret.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing like just Discord notification. I'm just like, shut.
Oh,
please.
but yeah, that too. Yeah, we hear that too.
We hear all of it.
We hear everything. I hear the moon.
Yeah, okay, I'm coloring this right. It's hard to tell.
Oh,
when
Bond
it's-
spammed at me. Read chat. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what did Bond say? The biggest flaw with editing is you can mute the screen share, only you hear it. Okay. Oh god, our comments. Okay. I gotta read. I don't read.
This again.
What do you mean you don't? Okay,
I know him. I know. We've been over this.
It's fascinating watching both your editing techniques. 27. Oh yeah. What do you mean? Like the amount of sequences I technically have, or like screenshots? I don't know. Can you DM them? DM the DM the 27. Let's talk to Jacob about the comments. Also, can you ask Aiden to mute the screen share hearing? Okay, I can mute the screen share. Give me a moment. I have to reshare though.
I'm currently just like trying to get all of the colors is exactly like hand from the
Okay,
actual
put
one.
my screen share on again, Jacob.
Okay, there we go.
The biggest flaw of editing streams is you're all editing and no one's reading chat. I love being heard on Aiden's Discord messages. Although this stream, I love messaging with him. Spamming Discord because that's the only way I know to get your attention. It's not a great way to get my attention, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes it's own out.
I don't know. It worked this time.
I'm gonna put a part where Julius is making a face. Or not, well, he's making a face, and then I'm going to put where the nervous laughter be. Feel free to expand or despan this part of the thing, because we don't have that audio currently in, because I'm still waiting on that audio. Anyways, yes. I'm just telling Jacob.
Okay.
Okay, so far something looks cursed here, and I can't tell what it is. Probably the eyes. Also, the skin color doesn't exist for some reason. Let me just fix that.
Wait, you can't alter the skin tone of characters in this? Right?
I can.
I was about to be like, wait, what?
That'd be evil if I couldn't. That'd be like the worst. That would
It's
absolutely
like, yeah,
awful.
Yeah, you kind of need to be able to do that for a lot of these
If the
characters.
default was the green apple mutant skin color, then I'd be like, God damn it!
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be even worse.
Devil.
We
That'd be like
love.
everything wrong.
Everything wrong with Mutant Girl again.
No, no. Oh, okay.
That's one of the things I promised to do was, you know, a little bit of a harsher everything wrong with Mutant Girl.
I mean, this is.
Yeah, I know that was like around the time that we'd met, so you were going easy. I just mean like from my perspective, it's like, well, you know, there are of course far more things, you know, that are wrong. So allow me to enlighten you, past Aiden. But yeah, I get it. Again, we're all our worst critics, so of course I would be harsher anyway. That also makes a lot of sense.
I don't know why okay, it's just because is it in 3D mode? Okay. I'm like he's not even seeing the pupils at this point, it's just being weird.
Oh yeah, and this is the walking. I gotta actually add a layer up here so I can size Julius properly with key, ultra key.
I was thinking to myself.
Jacob, can you DM Evolos? I don't know how to say a name.
Evely?
PDF. Evely's PDF. I'd like to see what she has to say about her series.
Oh, I was going to continue reading it. Yeah, we just ended up getting got sidetracked because I could hear the background audio. Because yeah, now we get into points of different timestamps for the different episodes. So these refer to, of course, the reviews in question. So 22 minutes 9 seconds. The exposition on episode 1 for where angels and demons come from is actually really my fault and my 1 year ago editing. Classic Gacha tuber. I was so long ago. No, I'm kidding. They don't actually come from the sun.
Right.
Yeah. They don't actually come from the sun and moon like aliens. They're humans who have been affected by invisible particles deployed from the sun and the moon, kind of like our growing bacteria that we don't see. Personally,
cool.
I would have said radiation, but yeah, that works too.
Radiation poisoning.
Well, because I mentioned the word particles, that's how radiation works. So, and anyway, then some humans' bodies had genes that allowed them to react to them and morph, transforming them. If I was any better at editing or exposition back in the day, I should have explained it better. But that's basically a new form of evolution. Not everyone was affected, but those who had DNA that reacted transformatively through the invisible particles reproduced and they made their own species.
So they're X-Men.
I was gonna say mutants, but yes, that works too.
They're the X-Men. Well, they are mutants, and they are technically mutants.
Yes. Yeah, I just mean like, you know, in terms of this stream. Yeah. Okay. So because two people with strong demon reactional DNA will make a child with a DNA that's more prone to transform into a demon too. Okay, that actually suggests that, you know, that's why we don't get any other hybrids aside from Etsuko, because there are, you know, just because
is it like Demon Girl saves the underworld? different angels and demons just don't mesh with each other ever.
I think it might also be to do with like dominant and recessive alleles.
Demons are submissive and angels are dominant. That's the lore.
No, I think that they're both recessive in their own, or maybe I guess that they're both recessive compared to humans, but one, I guess, you know, would in theory be more dominant than the other, kind of like how eye colors work in real life.
Yeah,
this is one of the videos that I never actually made. Was an Afmouth theory about the the science of the Ultima. And how it ends up getting passed down to one child versus another, and things of that nature.
I am very sure it's passed down by gender at this point. We have only seen male Ultimas.
Yeah,
we have like a total of like 4 on record, or like 3. Yeah, we have 4 on record because the first man was cursed. Aaron's grandfather, Derek, Aaron. We have 4 on record, and they're all happen to be men.
Yeah, the only reason that I'm not like I'm not like siding with you on that one anyway is Well, partly also because it would have made an interesting video anyway. It's honestly one of the most popular game theories of all time is about alleles in general. It's the Rosalina Peach's daughter, two-parter. It was that one. And
that one.
then I want to do something similar to that, because I mean that's what theories are. You get a chance to explore a different idea. I mean, chances are you could be right, but correlation not being causation, all that, and there being only 4 out of possibly hundreds over the last few generations.
Yeah.
So,
Also, Melissa being the older sibling, if it wasn't gender based, it would be a little tad strange that it just happened to skip that generation.
No, see, that's exactly what the theory was going to be about, because with dominant and recessive alleles, it also would explain this reason that Aphmau never end up getting werewolf genes the same way, because you have one side that manifests versus another, and you need a whole Punnett square to figure that out, and Melissa just happened to luck out on that aspect. Which also means she could be a carrier, so she could in fact get Ultimas, though there'll be none. But that would be like the extra.
I mean,
side detail.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if the gender thing isn't thing, theoretically, Alina could be Ultima if she's born to this version of Aphmau, because she is now a werewolf. She has been turned into a werewolf, so that means Alina would 100% be a werewolf. I assume that's how that would work since she's been turned. Unless
it's also more likely she'd be a werewolf anyway, because unless Aphmau decides to have Aaron turn her back, which we know he can do, unless that happens, she has a basically, I guess, nearly 100% chance of becoming a werewolf, because they both have the alleles appropriately for that.
Yeah.
Again, there's a whole Punnett square to figure that kind of thing out. Although I guess Aphmau's a little bit nebulous because she could either have one or two, but yeah.
Could Aaron turn himself back from werewolf? That's the real question. Listen, hear me out.
I believe he has looked at himself through his Ultima eyes in a mirror, so I don't think so on those grounds. Now, someone else could potentially, a different Ultima could in theory try that out. Although I imagine that at least at some point you would think that 2 Ultimas would have tested that theory at some stage in time.
Here's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure there'd only be 1 Ultima at a time, because the way the Guardian Force is talking about looking for the Ultima doesn't really sound like we're looking for a Ultima or looking for. It sounds more of like the definitive Ultima werewolf existing. So
yeah, the only issue with that idea is that we had a part where Derek mentions that like his whole idea, the whole reason for keeping Aaron's like rage under control and observing him and all that stuff, it was partly to train him up to channel all his anger towards him, yes, but also in his mind he apparently also managed to control his emotions, discipline his mind, and all that. So he was no longer. So it was his doing that he couldn't become an Ultimate anymore. At least that's how he phrased it at one point.
That's not the way he phrased it in the conversation with what? No, I was gonna forget it. Demon Warlock Man.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's how he phrased it in Falcon University when he was talking to Aaron.
Yeah, but not the way he phrased it with Demon Warlock Man. It sounded like it's like you're no longer the Ultimate because the curse has passed on. Which my assumption, if it works like that, maybe it's like
I think Demon Warlock himself said that, which means that he's more likely to be wrong than actual Derek, who went through this in theory.
Well, he's also one who needed an Ultima in pain, so I don't know.
Okay, so who's going more likely to be accurate? Just someone who needs an Ultima or someone who was an Ultima?
Well, he needs Ultima, so I feel like he would know enough about it. And also, I go by the Aphmau rule of what is said most recently, even if it contradicts previous stuff.
Okay.
No, what is said. No. Listen to me. What is said most recently, even if it theoretically contradicts previous stuff. That's how Aphmau works. Is it dumb? And should that not be the case? Technically. But is that the way Aphmau works? Unfortunately, it's just for me.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think we made the retcon song in my street 5 years later.
Yeah, very early on.
For me, it's like this is the way Aphmau works. This is the way Aphmau works. This is the way her like brain works, and stories are technically structured or said to happen. Because like you know that thing I said previously? Ignore that. This is the canon fact now. It's like, okay, I guess we're rolling with this as the quote unquote canon.
Ian was
now.
always a red herring, everyone.
Yeah, which
We'll
I
go.
still think it's dumb, but if we're gonna roll with that idea, technically that is the most canon explanation for Aaron. You know, not being the Aaron being the only technical Ultima, or only one who has Ultima powers at this point. Maybe not Ultima, you know. Maybe
Because plot.
I guess if Aaron was killed theoretically and Derek then sired another child or his brother, you know, sired a child, they could become the new Ultima, theoretically speaking. But you know.
We can't have nice things around here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm almost done with one preset. It's taking me like I think 30 minutes. Oh boy.
Well, now that Soundscape is gone, please continue reading.
Wow,
Bon says.
really, really committed to like, this reading particular. Okay, yep, sure. All right, I'll keep going. Yeah. So next point. Okay, so nowadays in 1969, it's much harder or even impossible in some families to naturally become an angel or a demon, living your life as a human, because now it mostly gets passed down to genes, or due to genes, I guess that means. But back in the day, the genes were much more unstable and weak to manifest in the human body, but my fault.
Might be.
All right. I've managed to recreate everything, except there's one part that just isn't showing up, at least the way it should be. I think.
All right.
Oh wait, I think I know why. It's because different part.
All right. 2753. Same for the captions. Those early episodes, when I just made it up as I was editing, sometimes caused problems with the visuals and what was actually written. But now I write everything in scripts on Word files to avoid these mistakes. Yes! Episode 2 is actually the episode where I started writing down my script, which really shows the gap of production quality. And this is why episode 2 wound up being so amazing by comparison. There we go. We did it, boys.
Okay, maybe I'm missing something, or is just like not showing up as well as it should. Okay. Oh yeah, it's not showing up as well.
We've gone from 2753 to 2648. That might have been a typo. Demons can still breathe. Their body is just naturally adapted to being underground and heat resistance, but they very much still have human organs. I could imagine some spells being developed to last longer without air when tunnels were still being dug. That one's also a curious idea because, you know, we find out later on in the series that the more that demons use magic, the worse their eyes actually get. So the idea that they're trying to do spells to, you know, help them out altogether in the short run versus having you know, the long-term effects, because they need them in the moment to survive in general. Yeah, that's an interesting idea, I suppose.
Okay, I realized I did not turn on the ponytails at all, which is why something like was like not working, but now I did. So now I just set that as a default like position here.
She has 2 ponytails, or 4 ponytails by accident. You gotta fix that. Just 4 ponies.
Hold on, I'm keeping an eye on. Okay, apparently the back here is not.
She has obnoxious amounts of ponytails, but not that obnoxious amount of ponytails.
Hold on. Okay, the back here is the 61. Which one did I set it to?
Okay, 3126. Thank you so much. I know I wouldn't have the opportunity to get much into the world in future episodes, so I had my fun into any background characters. I'm guessing this is a reference to when we talked about the outfits that the background characters had, like the extras we see across the world in different places. When we first talked about doing, you know, the research of the history and the geography in general. That was the thing we brought that up.
I'm just like looking to see if I'm missing anything else. Like, did something? It looks almost identical in here in comparison to like Gotcha Life 2.
Well, her back hair is too long.
I directly copied the part numbers that it was on Gotcha Life like 2 to here.
That's not her hair. And well, keep in mind, this is also her from season 1. Did you copy her from season 2?
No, I was trying to copy from the season 1. I'm pretty sure. Unless I don't think this is the wrong one though. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Hold on, I need to look at the document again just to make sure I didn't click the wrong one on accident, which in that case I've wasted too much time. Actually, yeah, I made sure to grab the right ones. So I remember in the tags that this one said episode 7, season 1. So
it's technically the rest of the season, but she doesn't really change outfits from this point onwards. But that's just season 1 being season 1.
Real quick,
I think she doesn't change much outfits. She doesn't change outfits for this.
No,
season.
she doesn't. Not for episode 7
I grabbed
onwards.
the right one, so maybe
She honestly should, because that's the biggest time gap that exists in the series. But yeah, that never happened.
Okay, maybe it's because something feels either the ponytails are slightly positioned off here or something. Because this looks a bit strange in comparison to what I. Okay.
Because it's doing the GL2 thing of having the dual ponytails when you select a ponytail.
There's a way to turn that. Oh, okay. I thought it was just the mod. Okay, so I guess that's why.
And then her back hair is just wrong. I think her back hair is just back hair 2 or something of just the default back hairs.
Yeah,
it's like that.
One the actual thing I imported, it was set. The back hair was set 61. So I'm a bit confused then. If Gotcha Life 2 did anything wrong or pasted anything wrong, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Okay, so as the stream can see right now, I'm almost done with this scene. Now I just need to got one final part here. And that is a little cameo from Mr. Jackson, my boy. He exists.
Thanks for reminding me of the Zelda CDI things, or the way you said that.
I was thinking Mr. Krabs. SpongeBob me boy.
SpongeBob me boy. Bring me some of those golden spatulas.
Jesus Lord.
Okay. I think this looks better. Okay.
This is the cycle of efficiency that we go on, and because Aiden's like, I'm almost done with this scene. And meanwhile, I have just positioned the characters based on an imaginary car.
I'm over here in the corner.
I've been trying to
from scratch.
I've been reading the PDF, but I'm also trying to figure out, okay, where in the spacing are they going to go? This is why I didn't do this editing method until now. I think I've got it. Problem is they're also blocking each other, but actually that's not a problem. I always fix that anyway.
I don't think there's a control in this rig for the rear hair, which is a bit weird, but okay. I'm gonna turn those
just
ones
entirely
off
just
now.
behind Empress's head.
What I am gonna have to turn on is the one for the tail, which, yeah.
I am so glad you can shrink gotcha heads now.
Oh.
When I started doing this for people above, people were like, "Oh no, please don't do that." I was like, "Look, you'll understand someday.
You'll understand the appeal."
By a few months.
Okay. This.
Okay, I think I have them synced up to their positions, which means that I can actually start filming.
Right. I'm gonna do Pete next because I think that one will be sufficiently easier for me. Hopefully.
Jackson cameo, guys. Jackson.
He looks very small.
He's that on par with some other characters. I guess I could reset.
Remember, Morwenna is canonically a short queen. He is closer to the camera, and she looks taller than him.
Okay.
Taller than her. I mean, there.
I'm playing with sizes here. Maybe 35. Okay.
Ron says shrinking cats is my everything nowadays. Yeah. That's why if you put Orchid next to Lou on on stream at any point for a Culter, it's a very big difference. Or just in general, because a lot of the other characters nowadays are made very quickly. Lou was an emergency creation, actually. It's also kind of incredible that he's now become like the center focus of of the campaign.
Okay,
Which may change based on events of last episode, but
I mean, he may have been turned into a bullet. I'm still kind of confused. So, like, we're in an alternate reality now, or reality warped? Question mark.
Well, I think our current reality has been warped basically, but also we're in cyber chase world, so we have versions of ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the Orchid like? Slightly paler than our main Orchid. She's slightly paler.
No. She wears red instead of green.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Also has no sclera.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. You should actually do that. That'd be funny.
I made too many jokes at the expense of Kimmy from It's a Family Thing to make no sclera characters now.
Yeah, fair
It's
enough.
like if I pop out like a character with an eye patch, it's like, yeah, no, I've.
Well, hey, eye patch characters could exist. Okay, it's just
yeah, no, but I have rescinded the right to make that as a character choice. It's like, after all these years of complaining, but yeah, that's probably right.
Anyways, this is the visual scene I have.
Yeah, Bonner says the funny thing is once you go, you can't go back. If a head in GC or size 14, anything bigger just feels inflated. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I kind of like did like a bit of a compromise thing in people above. But yeah, no, it's it doesn't feel right. Like one of my biggest complaints in general was with Gacha was how big the heads were.
I don't know. I like the big heads. It's fun for me. It's a fun visual style.
Yeah, just that from the editing, it completely destroys the rule of threes, rule of thirds. So that's another that's one concern. Then of course I'm trying to figure out in terms of height of everyone. Oh, of course this is gonna get cropped out. Even in this scene here, it's like okay, I can just like align where they're gonna be sitting. The chairs in general, because of free pick, the headrests are definitely not designed for these people. But yeah.
All right, that's already the head, basically. I gotta
also, yeah, I saw. Don't worry, Bon. I know that you asked about 10 minutes ago. Okay, yeah. I do want to. Yeah, I'm gonna periodically keep going back to that though.
Yeah.
Because there's one thing I should read out in the next like 31:26 part that I didn't get to. Because there is something right after the background characters thing that I wanted to say. Everly apparently says, I did plan a bunch more of culture in season 2. So that's confirmation for everyone that a season 2 is apparently supposed to be happening.
Don't overscope. That's what I'll say.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I kind of expected based off how it's labeled like season 1 episode blank. So I kind of expected season 2 to be honest. That's normally a good indicator. Like, I want to do a season 2 of Demon Girl Saves the Underworld. I haven't wrote it out much. I have ideas for what a season 2 was, but I definitely haven't wrote out much. Although I have to finish season 1, which I'm almost done with season 1. I have 2 episodes left. 2 episodes, which I'm going to finish after Fallen Angels.
Yeah, this is what I was referring to in terms of not writing too far ahead when you've got to a certain point, because that means you can much more easily respond to things that are going on.
Yeah, I just haven't got around to doing much in a vein of writing that anyways, really. I have tons of ideas for what I want to do for season 2. It'll be fun. Definitely. So, there's also like similar miniseries that I want to work on, which are awesome. They're awesome. I'm collecting lines for them right now. Which Jacob, you should start recording lines for some of those miniseries.
Yeah, you're gonna have to remind me which ones they are.
Yeah,
want first.
I'll say later. I'll say later. I just like spoil what they are. Guys, trust me, this happened. I was like, I'm not spoiling it yet.
All right, I just got to do the
Jacob, you want to start sharing your screen and stop sharing mine because I kind of finished
Yeah, that's fair.
editing what I filmed, so
I'm
most people
close.
want to stare at the raw project of everybody.
I'm almost done with porting Pete. I just got to do his legs.
And also before I guess I don't have before I guess I can stop reading the chat again. Yeah, Bon asked if there's a reason we stopped Five Nights in Anime and that one Mute Girl. No, there is not a reason specifically. It's just more that other things, other suggestions popped up that I got more invested in the moment.
I mean, do you want to go back to like that one Mute Girl or something like Five Nights at Anime?
I wouldn't be opposed to it, but now I'm currently this both Street Life and Your Hours were requests from people that are like very like active and enthusiastic about them. So, and also relatively new, so they had to learn the hard way about the whole 1 week gap between.
Yeah.
So those ones particularly. Then also I'm trying to cycle in the more Minecraft views because again I was going to do a song based on a character from Freak Show, but I haven't got there yet. Whenever you asked me to do like AFMAL reviews or editing streams, then there's also my desire to get through Believer and Gasoline. Because of the excitement around that.
Eventually after you finish like going through Freak Show, I definitely think we want to go back to Wolfbound, which I'm excited to touch more on that show.
Okay, so there's that as well. Yep.
All right, now Pete is done. I think it's done.
Petey boy. God, she looks so nice. Although I feel like her pupils should be a bit darker, and like where are her eye shines?
The eye shines are there. It's just hard to see.
No, she doesn't have
no, those aren't the highlights that Aiden's talking about. Those would probably just be somewhere here.
I go for that one, yeah.
Oh. I think she had specific ones. But...
Oh, she did. I don't know. I go for those whenever I just like put an eye shine on. It's like a small eye shine. That's
yes,
like...
but this is a remake, remember? So that's the issue.
True, but like this is also GL2 where we can actually choose more. There's more customization. How do I put this?
If I chose to enact more customization, her head would be about half the size.
No, but
what it shows by default on the thing. Which the default on this when I put it over was 1, and this seems to be the default here. So
eye shines. I love the eye shines.
I think I actually am.
Well, actually, I love and hate the eye shines in this game. On the one hand, they're good. On the other hand, I hate it when I have to close the character's eyes and have to delete the eye shines.
I realize what I'm missing now because I have to once again 49 because that's the one, and then 49, and hope that I can get this to work because this thing can tend to be annoying.
She's so cute, though. Our queen, empress.
Are these both the same?
Guys, when's the Empress spinoff series happening?
She already was a major part of a spin-off series.
Yeah. Oh man, I went back to the episode part 2. It was like, man, her outfit is hidden. Her outfit is hidden. You can't even see her outfit well. I guess we can see the bit of the pink hat, and that's it. And like I guess a bit of her shoulder, like a pink shoulder.
Well, that's what I said at the beginning of the stream, that it was obscured by a car.
Do you actually have the OG export of this outfit or nah?
No, I've gone through like 3 computers since then.
Oh, dang!
All right, this one's gonna be more difficult now. It's Julius's turn.
I'm excited to see what you do for the fight scene between Pop and Marwick this time, not just have it be censored by the YouTube thing.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a separate stream all to itself.
I want to see the actual fight. We don't want to see how you do the fight.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be like majorly choreographed. It's more going to be like school playground shoving mostly. That's what I kind of like envision.
Well, okay, yeah, but you have to have her eye be punched at some point too.
that was Pete specifically. So
Oh no, yeah, I forgot Pete did that. I forgot about that. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, her eye has to be punched at some point because we see the black eye going forward.
Mhm.
What was okay, so let me just straight in this episode, Empress's plan is to have Pop and her gang be tormented by traps.
Yep.
Protecting Pete.
Yep.
And she didn't think, oh, what if they avoid some of the traps and don't get hit by some of them? She didn't think that.
Yeah, remember like one of Empress's like major things they address in season 2 is the fact that she doesn't think everything through.
Yeah. Like she almost got Pete beat up for crying out loud. Like, come on.
That was going to happen. That was going to happen regardless. But thanks to the combined efforts of everyone, Pete almost got beaten up by one person instead of 3. So
at least
overall,
it could have been a lot worse.
Exactly. It was all about minimizing the damage. Which that is what happened.
I mean, you could have just told the principal that Pop was trying to fight Pete, but okay, that works too. I don't know. I feel like
yeah, well, Pete himself could have done that. That's not on Empress. That's more on him for Well,
yeah.
and also this is out of school grounds. So what can the principal do again? That same
Not
issue
much.
Expel Pop. Actually expel her, not just suspend her. Make her suspension longer.
I need to show more than one program here because I want to make sure this is when it's going to get tricky.
Only set to 49. Oh my goodness!
I need to sync up Empress to the steering wheel.
Oh,
like where her hands are positioned, and then go back in.
That's gonna.
That's one thing about DL2 that I forgot is that having to go back into the studio mode versus already editing everything in studio mode, so that was somewhat covered originally. So that is one drawback to this this technique.
Bond says, "Hire me to do a fight scene." Aiden did it. Jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I saw that he offered the same thing before, and I declined it for the same reason that I'm going to do now.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think the Mutant Girl needs like an anime fight scene, anyways. On the pure basis that Fallen Angels is magical. This is not a very magical fight scene. Magic. There are no swords involved.
Not saying that it couldn't work. It's just again, this is definitely a much low stakes situation. I really, really hope this works out because this is the part where I'm like, okay.
Don't worry.
It's just like the pain of like.
Don't worry, Bond. We'll hire you for the end of season 3 with like the giant.
There's no gear stick in here, so I can't even pretend that like Empress has like a hand on the gears or something. There's no other reason. Both her hands got to be on the wheel.
Don't worry, Bond. We're gonna hire you for the end of season 3, where like there's this giant like gang fight between like the posse, Pop's ex gang, Pop's new gang, and we're winning our friends. Like, we'll hire you for that. That's a joke, though. That's a joke. That's not happening at the end of the season, or is it? You don't know. It's not.
No, it's actually our crossover with Street Life. That's what the thugs at war is. That they're the other people they're at war with. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so like detached from anything to where some of this stuff is just context non-existent to me.
Yeah, this is like recent Gacha review lore, I suppose.
Yeah, I have not been tuned in at all to those recent streams half the time.
Bond says, just saying, Jacob, you're totally missing out on the opportunity of having Emperors flying and shooting fireballs and more winning with their tail and hitting Pop with multiple slides.
Well, seeing as she's not involved in this fight whatsoever, I think I'm fine.
You'll be.
I will say, original J conceived Empress definitely would have thrown down with a 12-year-old. This one wouldn't.
I mean, yeah.
And she was roommates with the police officer as well. She didn't care at all.
Maybe that. I mean, she did mention her roommates in the season finale, which still makes not a lot of sense to Mutant Girl canon. But ignoring that fact, I don't know what that
Maybe
even
we
means.
just didn't see them before they all moved out. There you go.
They all moved out. We just made that's the spin-off series. It's just a redo of Jay's show with him.
I do remember, the roommate characters. So that.
I mean, we still have a cop. I don't know if we can have a RoboCop, but we can have a cop.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing, of course, is that I negotiated with Jay to keep both Pop and Empress in the series. So probably adding like other characters as well would not go down well.
Yeah, actually speaking, obviously, her previous roommate was a cop. But it was a cop named Marvin, who is actually Trevor's cousin-in-law. Obviously.
Hey Trevor! Hey Trevor, it's Marvin! Your cousin! Marvin, last name?
Who are you? That's the lore, guys. That's
that new criminal spree you've been looking for? Well, take a listen to this.
How about no?
The sirens blaring.
Oh god, but that is not canon, by the way. I need to specify all that. This is not canon.
As if it wasn't obvious enough.
I'm derivative. I'm not that derivative.
It's not that. It's just
out. I mean, this whole sequence that I'm doing right now is basically rip off of Witch, but I'm usually not that derivative.
Yeah. What are
I'm
you
almost done with Julius, and I have to do.
Witch? Witch isn't real. Don't worry, Vaughn.
Okay, I think that'll do.
Everything's canon in the Butterverse.
Okay,
Everything's canon in the Butterverse. Don't ask me how, it just is. Everything's canon. I'm traumatizing Jacob. It's gonna scare him.
Okay, this'll do for the hand.
Driving in my car right after a beer. Hey, that would work for Empress and Pop. Wait a minute.
God,
Wait a minute.
thing has been stuck in my head for the past few months, and I cannot get it out.
Oh god, I don't know how to do Bitsy voice, but Bitsy's to quote Bitsy, "That's canon now." I can't do Bitsy's voice.
I mean, that's basically more or less that, yeah.
That's canon now.
Dear Lord. Okay, well, I think Julius
Yeah,
is
even
gone.
Secret of the Plex, the same universe with the Mutant Girl Fawn.
Oh,
I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Now, all the extras are filmed in the Butterverse. It's a layer deep, you see.
if that was the case, he'd have to be God.
Okay, but I was meaning, how we have the Butterverse Pilots playlist, Jacob?
Yeah.
We got to add something to that playlist.
We do, yes, I agree, yeah. That's true.
I was looking at it the other day, I was like, it hasn't been added yet. When you add that to the playlist.
I want to actually have a quick look at something, so I need to pull up episode 8.
Down, yep. I like driving in my car. Can't see where my passengers are. That's another driving car themed song that's also quite catchy.
I need to pull up episode 8 of Mutant Girl because I need to look at that for the original to see what the background was at in the original. I thought the audio was okay. Holy crap. Oh, that background is. Whoa, okay.
Oh no, I'm tapping a box.
Yes.
Yes.
For posted. All they need now is a nose. Da-da-da.
I'm just looking at the original background used for the cafeteria scene. I'm just like kind of like looking at it.
Yeah.
Like,
I tried that was like before I had
free.
free pick. I think it was like a random Google Images thing from 2019. It's just gone now.
I think I'd it'd be better to find a better background because holy I'm just looking at this.
Honestly, cafeteria backgrounds are kind of like the bane of my existence. The reason that Alpha Witch Academy episode 3 ever came out is because I couldn't find a decent cafeteria background, and it was before I thought to do, like the solid background things that I was, mentioned that I got the idea from Rare. Which may happen for this West, what happened to the park scene is just, it's too outdoorsy. That wouldn't work, Some indoor scene. Next time I do an indoor scene, that will probably be something that happens.
All right, well, time for the character that people hate the most for some reason.
Yeah.
Time for Reina to get that preset done, and then I can actually start. I have the audio. I just need to get a background and start animating. As long as my desk does not try and fall over again. So that's okay. Once again, I need to be in material mode or else he looks cursed. 19, 3. Then get the colors real quick. I'm gonna get one, it should be the same for the rest of the hair.
Okay.
I have no. I don't know why this middle one is existing on this rig
right.
when it does nothing. But okay, 46.
There we go. Yeah, I think it was definitely this one.
Does it even look remotely right? For the most part, yeah. All right, time to copy the colors. And then 3, 10 for the highlights, and they both need to be the same color. I also need to grab the skin color before I accidentally have her be a different color entirely.
Yeah.
I don't want to make another green apple mutant again. I'm never living that down. Those will forever haunt me in my colorblindness.
Mm-hmm.
So that's eye shape number 4. And then iris is number 1. Thankfully, that's the default, so I don't have to worry about that. What I do have to worry about is actually getting the colors right. And then it's number 49 again. It's always this one that bothers me. Is that even? Yeah, 49. That's correct. And set this up to be this, and this one should be this. And then the actual pupils.
Ruben took a bit of a lull in the conversation, so in a second I'll read a bit more of the Everly paragraphs.
All right.
Once I have everyone in a default facial expression. That's what I used to do with people above was because I forgot that you can just do different mouths from here for if someone isn't speaking. That's way easier. So everyone everyone is mouthless until they speak, in which case I get the default mouth back, and then I should already have that ready to go. That usually works out just fine. And then Raina, of course, gets 1 too, even though she's not visible at the moment.
287. What is this accessory that was put on here? I'm just like looking at this. I'm like, what?
All right. Okay, so
It's not even there on the what? Why is it? Okay, I'm gonna ignore that then, I guess, because that's
okay. So the next part of
Oh,
the
that's
next part of the
because
Everly bit.
to get rid of like little eye bit wrinkles.
Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. I was like, okay, that's a more custom thing that I. Okay, that's.
Don't worry about
I don't
it.
think I can. I don't think I can really adjust those parts on the model itself. It's whatever.
Okay, I guess we've got. I guess we've got the. I guess I've got the full screen now, so I can show everyone everything. So yeah, after this part, so maybe past me could have illustrated better how they hid their wings, but I just chose to add a few in hiding closed places, like inside bedrooms or caves, but not much of the actual threat. Referring to demons, I guess. We'll do better next time. All this really gets fixed in future episodes. Well, then you did do better next time. Yes, my horse PNGs are very terrifying. Do not milk them. Yeah, obviously this whole document works way better with the timestamps involved. And yeah, I can see now why YouTube didn't want to have this whole thing here, because even when Ghost Kitty has like elaborate timestamps for video responses, it doesn't amount to this length of content. So I kind of get it. Apparently
I
there's
mean,
a
I'm pretty
gap
sure
in
that I'm pretty
advance,
sure
but
that
we
stream
did.
we were talking about milk. So
Oh,
sure.
that's right. That was the mammal stream. Yes.
The mammals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where that whole thing came from. That makes sense now.
Yes, do not milk them.
You can, you physically can, but you shouldn't.
What do you
Dear
mean?
Lord.
I'm gonna milk your horse.
The lack of context is making this so much more questionable than it has any right to
Yeah,
be.
so Aiden, do you want to explain what happened on that stream, or shall I?
we're like talking about the concept of like all mammals being able to be milked, and I kind of did a dumb and I forgot that was a thing. So yeah.
Brother.
And, how am I supposed to know about? How am I supposed to know everything can be milked? I only
Not
drink cow
everything,
milk.
just the things that have mammary glands and are therefore called mammals.
I don't have much to say on that. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to free.
So we list off a bunch of different animals, particularly most of them were mammals, and so kind of shattered Aiden's worldview in the process.
We talked about dogs. That's what shattered my worldview the most. Like dogs have milk.
Yes, they used to feed their young. Yep, that's true. And there's actually a red dwarf joke about dog's milk. Actually, they're running out of supplies at one point, and so Lister, the main character, says to Holly, the ship's AI, he's like, okay, well, what have we got here? This milk tastes weird. What is it? Oh, well, runs the dog's milk now. The dog's milk? What? Oh, don't worry. Dog's milk is remarkably more preserved than regular cow's milk. Why is that? Because no one will drink it.
Nobody wants it because no.
Yeah, no, yeah, it lasts longer. Oh my goodness. There's certain characters that like every line they say is hilarious, and Holly is definitely one of them. It's partly the delivery as well, but yeah. The actor who played Holly originally, Norman Lovett, had to leave production because he was commuting, and all he was doing was sitting down in front of like like a it's just like a black screen or something. Like some shots you can actually see, because it's all you see in the show is his head basically. So he's wearing like a full on like like black jumpsuit or something, or obviously you can't see it on the actual filming, except in a few shots if you look very closely. But yeah, that was too much for him commuting to London from I don't remember where exactly, so that's why he left. Which honestly, now with like how things are filmed so remotely, that definitely would never have happened. But yeah, it's one of those filmed in front of a live studio audience type of shows. So that was, yeah, that's how it ended up.
All right, I'm getting close to this one being also close to being done. Which then I can start like finding a background, which will be fun.
Yeah. I think in terms of like these things, I'm wondering what this was in reference to now, because I don't remember the context of that.
Yes. It's my
Oh, and here's another radiation thing. Oh, because we're still talking about like the demons and such here, because you know we do continue to reference things after they've been timestamped. Yeah. The king just locked everyone up to make sure no one could transform again. Yeah. Well, they tried that with the Ultimas as well. It didn't work.
It didn't end well.
For some reason, the Ultimas just keep procreating, despite the fact that they could very easily just, you know,
not.
Yeah, honestly, that's the thing. Like, why didn't Derek have a vasectomy? Like, out of universe, why did he not just do that?
Why didn't you just adopt children if you really want kids?
Yeah,
too?
exactly. Yeah. Well, he probably should do both of those things just in case of, you know, accidents happen, basically. But yeah, both of those things would make sense. Oh, I can full screen this now. I need to be. I've already worked out the syncing up.
All right. I'm just getting the actual, like, it's like a mix of doing all the colors to make sure they're all correct, as well as like getting the actual part right.
Yeah, I had to pull up the script. Aiden, do you want to switch over?
I don't really have much to show right now.
Oh, okay then. All right, well, prepare to see my Google Docs then.
Oh no! Wait! Future series spoilers! No!
Oh, actually, well, some of them are. Yeah, so some of them are just either the titles of future series or the Yukiso documents. I guess those are the last things I opened aside from. Except no, they weren't. Because I opened up the script of this, like, you know.
Ignore the spoiler you
recently.
all see. Ooh.
Yeah, pay
I'm
no
not even
attention
looking, so
to
I'll
the
be fine.
documents and yada yada.
Pay no attention to the documents shown by the streamer.
Yes,
Yeah,
they'll totally
so
get people
yeah,
to not
no
pay
numbers.
attention and do the complete
I got
opposite.
everything. Oh, so it's Raina who speaks first. Okay.
Rain speaks first.
You know what? For the sake of, because she's like in the back, you know, I'll have that.
You could
line,
delete. Wait, you could delete her. No, you delete. You could do the soccer thing. Soccer thing.
What?
You could do the dodgeball thing.
The dodgeball. Okay, yes, yes, but no, that's what I was considering that, but also I was thinking maybe I should have that line just being like the exterior limo. So
yeah,
the interior limo. That's what I was gonna say.
That works too.
Yeah, right. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Opens the show's Discord.
On interior, like that. Going to here.
I'm almost there. It's
Gonna make a look back.
That is
Oh,
not the correct. Okay, that's a problem. That's not what it's supposed to be at all. Maybe I'm doing the complete inverse of what it's supposed to be. Sometimes these things confuse me, and it's like, wait, what? Why? There we go. That looks better.
I've been waiting for AppMud to release a new video, and she still hasn't on the second channel. I mean, fair enough, but like, dang. We have a few YouTube shorts, which I feel like we should make a stream out of. A few, like, you know, the alternates flashback YouTube short, and then we had like 2 Mermaid Tales ones, which aren't plot relevant at all, or just funny bits that are kind of just eh. But we probably should maybe make a mini stream on those if you ever need a short stream, because it's like 2 minutes a pop at best for each of the shorts.
Half of my, I keep getting like jump scared by comments on just one of my videos, and it's always like, why am I getting this many comments? Why?
Because you're popular.
Well, technically, to some extent, I can say that now after.
You're so, I mean, I'm jealous. I wish I was that popular. I'm not. Big sad.
I'm out of the loop in terms of William stuff, actually. So
William gets tons of views on his animations. And
Recently, like I released like
crazy.
2 videos a few months ago that did it extremely well, over like 100,000 views finally on 2 of them, and I'm just like, what happened here?
at long last, happens on that for sure. I think to recall you had like another channel at some point that was also making the rounds and to some degree. But yeah, there you go. Which animations were those, incidentally?
It was my Sleep Well video and my Don't Listen video, like two of my most recent ones.
Ah,
And there's
fair
a
enough.
Tattletale one
they're
smudged
fan
in between.
videos. Pretty sure they're fandom. Right.
I mean, that does track, I suppose.
Yeah, they're both based off mascot horror games, which is like, I mean, I started with doing FNAF stuff. It shouldn't even be a surprise.
Yeah.
And like, I also find it funny because recently I linked up. I made a separate channel for my team itself, Level Up Productions, and I linked them up to all the videos using the collaboration feature, all the videos on my main, and without even posting much at all, that channel has already gotten 2.25k subscribers.
Nice.
And it has no real videos on it, except for like some shorts that are just promoting the other videos, which aren't really doing that well. It's mostly just the traction through the main videos on the main channel that's getting them the subscribers.
Through like osmosis. I think like Josiah had something about like that's a similar thing.
I don't know, but yeah. Also, I think let me just real quick save this in the correct folder before I save over the base rig because that will be not fun.
Yeah. Well, in the case of Josiah, he actually complained about it because most of the more popular stuff was his
the
reactions.
reactions.
Like that fact, didn't trickle over as much into the regular stuff. Which can definitely understand that.
I've refused doing reaction content, like because at least I'm a main because I'm just like it does not fit in with my current content. And also, like I don't want my channel to be known as a reaction channel. There's already enough people doing that as it is.
Well, I mean, I think the last reactions you did were actually 2 Mutant Girl videos.
I don't remember. I think it was more like streams. I'm not even sure. I just don't. I'm gonna probably do all my streams.
They were streams.
Or...
Yes, they were. Yes, they were streams. But you reacted to the first 4 episodes of the original. And I think we're gonna go to the rest of them. Yeah, Mutant Girls like that had bad luck in terms of reactions because KW watched all of Mutant Girl off camera, so started in Fallen Angels, and then did original versus remake of but then like fast forwarded through the remake as well in like one go. It's like, okay, yeah,
all right. Well, time to go through backgrounds and try and find a good one because that's gonna be fun. I don't have any of those background sites at all, so I'm just going off of.
Yes. I could send you a free
I've checked; they're not on the background sites, so at least not that specific one.
So I'm gonna have to find something that works enough for what I need, which is gonna be difficult. But either that, or I'm gonna have to make something up in 3D, which is not my strong suit. But I need to at least have a table and chairs, which I can grab those easily.
I sent you the website to free pick. That's the website Jacob uses.
All right. If I could somehow reverse image search this background from the original, even with the characters on top of it, I'll be genuinely surprised.
Yeah, like Google does have a thing that you could do like search by image, but of course, since the only version of that image is either the snipped and pixelated version that you have right now, or it's or the version or the full thing with the characters on it, I don't think that would work. I didn't try it, but I somewhat doubt.
I'll try it real quick and see if it actually does anything. It probably won't. Nope. No, it does not. Nope. That does not work.
I didn't realize that Ghost Kitty was also searching for this, so thank you as well. I appreciate the effort. Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay, back to
the help will be
camera.
Yeah. All help will be helpful because trying to find the background or just any like decent background as well. I'm gonna have a quick make sure actually that I'm actually gonna have to make sure the cameras are only facing front view for this because it'd be bad if it was not, because then you'd see how flat they are. I'm also gonna make it workbench, not EV or cycles, to make render times fast.
Okay.
Enough time to
check this. This is
Also,
the part that's,
I don't know what frame rate. I don't remember what frame rate we're using for this.
well, I always tend to. I always try to render the videos in 60 FPS or 59.94 whatever. So that's usually what they end up being. It's not what everyone sends me, but that's the.
I usually just use 30 because that's what I'm used to.
I see.
Which, when I'm doing stepped, it doesn't really make much of a difference, to be honest, because like, if it's gonna be still blocked anyway, so it's like it doesn't really matter.
Mm. Yeah, doing free move is a bad idea with eyes like this. I can definitely agree with I think it was who was it that like said years ago? I think it was like Maya who said years ago, but that seeing like the raw process of a gacha video was so bizarre after only seeing like the end product.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays,
that is
here we
fair.
are doing like this, where it's even more of a raw thing than it was at the time. With a character with with no mouth, with eyes that are darting around, because it doesn't seem like that's gonna be, but obviously we know it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I'm the most in the dark because I'm like doing everything from scratch basically, and haven't like done this new process yet with this new rig. Only other than like one test because I needed to test it out to make sure it even worked.
Yeah.
A thought occurs to me that oh, well, two thoughts actually. One is that Judas needs put his eyebrow there, but also that probably should.
I forgot how small.
Now you know what,
this
I'm going
rig
to trust
is.
myself. I'm going to trust myself that I've synced them up correctly.
I forgot that I'm gonna have to make this
I'll
rig a
shuffle
lot
these two
bigger to work with, or just the camera smaller. You know, I'll just make the camera smaller to make things easier for me and my sanity.
Yeah, there's a lot of blind faith going on today with this.
Absolutely. Now I need to. I'm still keeping my collection system I use, but except for sets, it's just gonna be a PNG. Presets. Next one, I'm gonna import Julius. I should screen share. At least me setting up the scene. Which, yeah. I'm also gonna set this to 0.1 in the units for the thing to make things a lot easier for me. Oh, that's a problem because I don't think. Are the hands in IK by default? Because if so, that's annoying. At least they're set up in a way where it's annoying to deal with. Yeah, apparently I left the hands on IK by default, which is not fun for me, but it's like it could be worse.
Jacob, I'm just wondering when I edit the second part, when I'm like, what's the second part of the scene? I was wondering, so you know how Reina enters the scene because like we kind of hard cut after she goes after Julius to like after he explained everything when they're sitting in class.
Yeah.
I was wondering, should I for Reina's line there? So it's like, so that was it, you know, that whole like her line. Should I have that be the door, and then maybe you could play like an audio effect or audio there, where it's like muffled, you know, and then we just
So
pan into
what you want to do? You want to pull a Music Freaks and start the scene outside.
Yeah. Thoughts? Do you like that? I can have it be inside the classroom to start with. It's just I don't know. It's just an idea.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe if you're gonna because that scene was written to be a fast transition anyway. That's probably why it was also not split. If it does end up with doing having like more in between, I would say like have some sort of like like some muffled like version of like the chatter, like the back. Oh, I guess that'd be my territory to like the background underscore there, and then the line that Reina says is once we cut to inside. and she's and then
Okay,
Mutant's
then I'll go with that then. Okay.
okay.
Because I was about to be like, yeah.
Which gives you another chance to have people walking around or something outside, classic cameos or whatever.
Is I need to decide who would I want to cameo to. Danny cameo started walking by the door. Danny appears again in the episode.
I mean, you already had Jackson. How about
Yeah.
Noah?
True. I need to remake Noah though. It shouldn't be too hard though. I just gotta go and make GL too.
Yeah, that's like the saving grace of GL1 characters in general that we had from back in the day is that they don't take as long to adapt.
Yeah.
The part that takes a long time is, of course, everything else involved around them. Like, for example, going into using the non-default poses. No, you know what? Efficiency. Not gonna worry about his hand. His hand is fine. His hand is fine. There is nothing wrong with his hand.
There's no war in Bothing say.
Yeah, this is definitely a case of like okay, do I want to change his hand or something? But no.
All right, now I have at least the characters.
But I need to the default pose anyway, so I can check the head angle. Of course, yep.
This is Jacob suffering, guys. We love Jacob suffering.
I'm just in personal suffering because I need to find a good background.
It wasn't this one.
Where is the
the angle? Oh, it was 0. Okay, fine. Never mind then. We're okay. Yeah, I guess because like when I like did this editing style in People Above, that was that was the one episode where I didn't have the moving mouths, because I was using everything in Gacha Life 2. So yes, it is the faster way, but in this case.
I mean, I will say the static mouths, to be honest, do take a little bit more time, or at least depending on how much like you're changing the mouse based off dialogue. Because like with the Mrs. Dysart show, I end up having to bounce around between 6 mouse because the rest just look kind of ridiculous. But like I still feel the need to change the mouse every halfway through a line because I don't want it to feel too static, for a shot.
I am in just okay. I'm actually searching for a background that could work right now, and I'm just like I have to actually share my screen, like what would fit best enough for this.
Yeah.
Let me just go
OBS virtual cam. But I realize that's probably not going to happen.
Virtual cam upward there. I'm gonna not have it on the StreamYard window. So, yeah, this is what I have the original video pulled up here.
It looks like they're at a cafe in the original video.
maybe that's I think that's the problem. Is that
chilling in a Starbucks? You know how it is.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's like okay, why do
want to do like sort of by clip art instead to make it more stylized here? This is more of a cafe than a cafeteria. This one, Jesus.
I said more than a cafe than cafe. I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean?
How do you spell cafeteria?
CAFETERIA.
CE
CA
CA
FE
FE
TE
TE
RIA.
Cafeteria. Okay, so AI generated, exclude AI.
Yeah, I need to make sure that's set. If I can.
What do you use? Again, you use vector. How do I get the vectors?
I think you're just gonna have to like specify.
Oh, dang it. No, I've messed up. Gotta go back.
Let me see. Is it type? No, I don't think it's in type.
I
Said it in
forgot
clip
to
art,
move
though.
Empress's eyes down when
Uh-oh.
Julia spoke to signify that
Okay, I guess
she's
we want to find a good background that like works. Like, not like the original, just like a good one that works as a replacement. Honestly, that fits in more with the characters and the way they look. Because the other one looked like a more realistic in comparison to the characters. And that's not exactly.
I mean, I've said
what-
before, I never, yeah, I don't know. I never minded too much if if a background wasn't a vector image. Like, obviously, it's it's preferable for it to match the style. But if it doesn't, that can almost be stylistic in itself. It's like with Final Break, actually.
And I've just
Yeah,
upscaled it a
Final
bunch
Break's
to make sure.
backgrounds are consistent with each other. I think that's only my real issue with it. When the backgrounds are consistent with each other.
And they do have a full-on set, so yeah.
That's not what I
Guess
wanted to do. Like I want to get a good angle as well. That does not have real people. Thank you very much.
What do you mean, real people? That's not horrifying with the gotcha characters at all.
Like this background almost works, but it has like
Sapphire Wings
too many
who?
chairs.
I'm gonna link you something, William. Tell me what you think of this.
All right. I still have
Um,
to link it to Jacob just in case.
I'm linking it to you. Anyway.
I think the main thing I'm gonna struggle with is like I'd want to preferably have the chairs not there so I can add my own. I think I could probably either do some weird masking stuff, or like just try and figure out something because I don't have any of those like stupid crap stuff that I will not refer to as anything other than hell.
Mm-hmm.
To use the generative fill. Don't have that.
You refer to it other way, but okay.
I mean, the issue is, I mean, I don't know. What if I just look up lunchroom? Oh,
Hey,
I
I
mean,
Never thought to do that myself, actually. Yeah, lunchroom would.
I mean, there's like this one. I mean, there are chairs in it, but I mean, it looks good.
I think it's just like I think if anything, like again, like I don't want to have to use like generative bullcrap just to like remove the chairs, but like it's just like I don't think that like
well, I mean, you could also do like a brick wall and then put a table and chairs behind said brick on the layer with the brick walls and have the characters sit in the said chairs, and that's during the lunchroom. That makes sense.
no. I want to like either I could manually Photoshop out the chairs, and that would be the worst thing I'd ever do in my life. Like you
For a
realize
that
that
you were doing until today, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, that'd be the worst. And I don't want to touch AI with a 99-foot pole because no.
Yes, exactly.
39.5 football.
Maybe you have to like be more specific, being like school lunchroom without chairs or something.
Yeah, but then you're putting the word chairs into the search term, so you might.
You ladies get chairs.
Exclusively chairs. All chairs.
I mean, you said chairs. You didn't say it. It doesn't matter if you didn't want chairs or did want chairs. You have chairs.
Maybe if it's just no. What if I do reverse psychology? No tables.
No
Still
tables.
showing chairs.
Well, I mean, what do you expect? It's cafeteria. Why would there be just chairs?
Maybe it's like a standing cafeteria or something. I don't know.
That sounds horrible. Why would that happen?
So you're burning off calories while you're consuming them. Of course.
I think I just found the exact same one that you linked to me before. It was a similar looking one. Okay, this one looks easier to edit. I'm not sure how good it would look in comparison.
Just get chairs that look similar to those chairs, and then put them in front of the characters, or like edit the gotcha chairs to look similar enough.
I'll I can see if I can separate them from the background to make them a separate image, so I can put those ones on the top and behind. But first, I need to upscale this because holy low resolution. That's not what I wanted to do.
Holy low resolution Batman.
Can I make this a separate window opera, please? Thank you. The one thing I wanted to do. Set it to that. I have to like upscale it twice just to make sure it's a resolution that isn't complete horrible. That's not even the. I just upscaled a screenshot of the. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna retry that, except with the thing I actually want to upscale, please, and thank you, and not that. That was just embarrassing on my end. Okay, I'm also gonna stop screen sharing real quick.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I've got something. People can see me stumbling around with Empress's arm.
Don't give her a broken arm, please.
It doesn't look very broken to me. The hand looks like it's smaller than the rest of it, but I can. That's the. As best I could get it. Oh, I should. Yeah, make a note of the angle. Oh,
All
just
right,
one.
What's
Okay,
resolution now? Okay, that is much better. That's above 1080. That's good. Okay, the background is in a good resolution now. Thank goodness. Now I can actually edit it in Paint.net to remove the tables and chairs without feeling like I want to die.
It's always great. Yep.
It's just I wish that I had the clone stamp tool from Photoshop in here. As much as I don't like Adobe, I've used the software once before for school stuff, and that was one tool that I actually appreciated a lot.
Yeah, there's some tools that are like that where you just get used to them. Even if someone tells you that something is better than or is more compatible with other stuff, you just end up thinking yes, but there's a whole other learning curve. That's like me with DaVinci Resolve. That's why I only use it once.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's I'm still trying to learn things about that software, and I've been using it since 2022 when I got this new computer. After dealing with Windows 7 for too long.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, there's always going to be things that you discover, especially with big editor programs. There's always going to be stuff that you just never realized that you could do the whole time. I could have been masking from the beginning, but I didn't know for the first 4 years of making gotcha, and now we're now doing everything. Must have been what Ada Lovelace felt like. This can do more than just more than just calculations. Okay, so there's that. I think covers up this bit here. Then the next bit is with pop, etc., etc.
Oh, that's going to cause even more problems because there's shadows as well.
Okay. Do as well.
You know what? I'm going to try something. That's not going to work probably, but whatever.
I do miss when when the scenes were this short, because I said before that when assigning these scenes, a lot of the time I end up describing them in detail or what's going to be required out of them or something. I'm pretty sure for a lot of these I just went, yeah, this is probably the easiest scene ever. It's just them having a conversation, just a couple people. That's it. I don't know what else to put here. This is the first time that I have purposefully assigned myself the hardest scene to do.
I've given myself just a dialogue scene, which is probably going to be harder than I think, because dialogue scenes can tend to be a bit more difficult and tricky because you have to like think about what the characters do, like in an action scene.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how you go about them.
As long as you like, because you with an action scene, you have a clear idea of what the character is going to be doing exactly. But with like another scene, like a dialogue focused scene, you really don't. So it's like you have to make sure that it's like
it's another advantage of having like clear cut stage directions in all circumstances where possible.
Yep. All right, I think that will work. I really should.
Otherwise, you run the risk of either not knowing, or of course the other thing is not doing anything interesting with it and having them just stand and talk, and that's it.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like a voice actor show though, that's at least you get the cool voice acting.
Well, presuming of course the voice acting does end up being cool. In most cases, it does.
Yeah. Well, if the voice acting's bad, that's when you get retakes.
Yeah, in our cases, yeah, no, we're good at that.
All right, I think I got it. Okay, I've edited this background good enough to where I think I can call it good. I just have to do some stuff real quick.
But yeah, I mean, but of course, in general, film being a visual medium and all, you don't want to rely on that idea. That's the other thing.
Time to re-upscale this image.
You're going to end up in a situation where you think where it's like, oh, just because there's voice actors, I'm not gonna try anything visual here.
Yeah, even though like I think you really should, yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, take it from the successful animator here. Gotta have both of those things.
Yeah, you got to make sure the visuals and the voice acting work in tandem, and not just like while the like voice acting is doing most of the heavy lifting, while the animation's like no. Like you have to make sure both are working.
Yeah. I'm glad that has been pushed forward for you because also there's so many videos recently about how people talk about like, how YouTube is making it harder for animators now and such. So it's good to hear.
It's already making it harder for animators for a while now. So it's like,
yes, it's good to hear a success story as well amongst everything else.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm just going to import that into Blender. And then I'm going to get the sizing right, which is going to be a nightmare. Okay, I was about to say, why are all the legs not existing? Because the background was clipping into them. I need to add emission under this background so that it can be the same light level as the characters. I also need to change the color management to not be that, to be not Aces standard. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Holy. That's why it looks so monochrome. It was plugged into the strength, not the color.
Ah.
I was like, why is this background so monochrome? What happened here? It's because it's plugged into the wrong thing. Now then, I need to grab the tables and chairs from the gotcha thing. GL2.exe. Actually, let's grab like a hold on. See if we can just grab an image.
Just grab props from GL1 itself. It's one of the few things I still use it for. But yeah, the limo this time didn't go that direction.
Mm-hmm. Let's grab like an image and
as many so I could get like something that would look like it was compatible. Oh, that reminds me, I still have to put the oh, that's right, the reflective, the windows. So I had to put the windows back on with the transparency. After I finish this part, I'll do the windows back on Far Alpaca, bring the whole thing full circle, and then we can wrap up for today.
Yeah.
What do I have a file called table.png? Oh, that's an old file, I think.
Table.
The first table
Oh, I know.
that
I
William
know
did
what that
use.
is. That's the UVs for an image from a while ago. I don't know what that is doing there in my files, but you know what? Whatever. I'll save it in case I need it later. Just need to find a good table that works. That isn't at a weird angle. I want it to be mostly flat instead of like whatever this curved nonsense is. Not curved. Just whatever. You want? If I can't get a, my goodness, can I get a table that's at least like not slightly pointed down? No. Okay, fine. I'll do with what I can get then. Holy, that's even lower resolution than the chairs. All right.
Jacob, how do the parodies do for your monthly income? Do they help your monthly income?
I'm fairly certain you've already asked that question, but yes, they do.
I mean, how much? I mean, like, do they help a lot or like, minuscule amount? I don't know.
Well, I mean, based on my analytics, like both in terms of like watch hours and revenue, yeah, they're both significantly up within like the last 28 days because of the video still being within those 28 days.
Nice.
So yeah.
I need to get rid of the shadows from the cavity to make it feel really flat. Now, to figure out a way to make this table feel less, that's not the way to do that. In fact, is that clipping with something, or is it just that? Oh, because again, I keep forgetting this. It needs to have a mission. It needs to have a mission. I was like, why is it so dark there? Let's have the strength to 1. I'm gonna modify this table in the stupidest way possible to just make it look flat. That looks that looks kind of dumb. Okay, that looks slightly less flat, though it definitely it's too like it you can tell it's like skewed or something. It's whatever, honestly. As long as you see it from the one angle, it should be fine.
That is also, that's also very true. That another thing that could definitely help me in terms of efficiency is remembering that that I'm going to end up cropping out more than I keep in under normal circumstances.
I plugged in the image to the emission color, not color, the strength again instead of the color. Whoops. Well, you just love it when things make things look black and white instead of the colors that they're supposed to have. I sure don't. That is a slight issue.
Aiden might need that for a scene at some point.
When I do Detective Noir, so that's when I'll use it.
I'm gonna real quick edit this image because I realized a bit of an issue that is so minor, almost nobody's gonna notice except for me because I
just noticed a minor issue. Judas's legs are aligned up in terms of lines, which is probably going to get cropped out too because of the seat position. So I'm going to ignore it. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot.
I'm just real quick adding, fixing the outline width of the chair to make it more consistent with the table currently as it is. At least a good enough state where it's like you can, like on a more casuals would not notice it as much. There we go.
Yeah, more casuals. Not everyone watching these videos is a reviewer.
Yeah, because some people are just like casuals, like watching this.
Ah, dang it. Messed up again.
Hmm. Now, this is where I get a little bit angry because of positioning. Also, I'm going to turn that other view to solid mode for now to make it so that things are not laggy. Because lag is the worst when it comes to this stuff. I also am going to try my best to not have the backwards arm problem. Because I remember a while ago in Girl with a Jail 2, that stream that they was not able to be in. I remember KW got very mad at me for that.
Oh, Kirby always gets mad about backwards hands. Backwards hands to her what eye patches are to me.
I mean, yeah. I need to grab the chair and then scale it up a bit. Once I move the table, this is where, yeah, positioning to get it looking right is going to be my hell. I already look big. I think it's because the background's too small.
There we go. Nice regular old knees.
Then move the chair to the other side, -1. So it's it's basically mirrored the chair. And then gonna have to this is where the awkwardness begins with this positioning, because of course. Yeah, the lagginess on this is so extreme. I'm gonna have to turn that off just to make it work, and then not have it be that side because that will break the legs. It also looks like she is floating right now, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I don't know how to the scaling is the main issue I'm dealing with, because I don't know if they're too big or too small. Julius and Pete certainly look small because of the background here.
I almost made the eyes go as far as one of Tamsin's videos.
Oh.
I do appreciate that she has the eyes, going towards whoever is speaking. But it definitely looks like they are just partly out of the socket, depending on the scene.
Yeah, I have to be careful of that, making sure the eyes don't look like they've been ripped out of the sockets. Because I don't want to create a new demon. I've already created the Green Apple Mutants. What's next?
What's wrong with making demons? Demons are awesome.
Depends on the show. Obviously, Demon Girl Save the Underworld is classic. Yeah. Well.
I'm gonna summon demons. Yay!
This is another thing that it's going to struggle with is perspective, because I don't want to make them all in the same layer, or else that's going to cause problems, because these are not 2D models, these are 3D. So I need to be very careful with how I position these. Pete is obviously floating on the chair. I need to fix that.
Floating.
There we go. I'm pressing again to go back to.
Wow, he's taking up so much leg room on that chair. Also, wow, he is shorter than he's supposed to be. And that's another problem. He is clipping. Or is that just the camera? It's probably the camera. I was like, why is he clipping? I guess is it because of this? No, okay. Maybe he just actually is clipping. Part of him is clipping into Reyna too much. Yeah, he's straight up clipping through Reyna, which is an issue. And now, because of that, he's just gone. Okay.
Okay, so with that in mind, I think that's enough screenshots for right now, which is honestly more than I normally do here. So yeah, Bon was correct in terms of once everything is in position, it gets easier I guess more efficient. I am, however, of course, still going on the blind faith that this is that it's worked the way that I intended it to.
I'm getting starting to get angry now because of this situation that we got here with Pete, who is actively in front of Reyna when he's not supposed to, which is not fun. And 3D mode just makes them disappear to the aether.
All right, we're going to pretend the camera is inside of the main windshield, the front windshield, because I have no idea how I would deal with that otherwise. Let's reduce that to there, and then a little bit more.
All right, I guess 3D mode is the way to go to make Reyna actually not be clipping through Pete. It just might make animating a bit.
That's not working the way I intended it, is it?
And she's still clipping through Pete.
Oh wait, no, I've got.
Can your bulbous head not be clipping through people, Pete? I swear to God.
I am a fool. Fool am I. Of course, it's way easier if I just do it this way.
It's like his character's too. He's still clipping
no,
through.
it doesn't.
Can he not clip through the back hair, please? I would. He's not even going through it. So why is his hair like Blender? Why? I get it that these things are.
I do like how there's an option here called Protect Alpha.
Protect the alpha.
Oh, I don't know what to set that on.
What was it? It wasn't Alpha's must die. It was Alpha's must fall or something like that.
Yeah.
But it looked like Nerdy Prudes must die.
That makes no sense though. Why would Kawaii-chan try to kill Aphmau? Like, why would she want to hurt Aphmau? I mean, I don't understand why Kai would, but like Kawaii-chan especially, why? Why? Kawaii, what's wrong?
Yeah, the issue really is in terms of which one of them has like what their like what interpretation we're going with, because because they were all technically different to
yeah, but in the
that
context of that video, we weren't given any like it didn't really feel like they were written different, or at least different than any of FO's modern day videos. So I don't know, that always annoyed me though. I mean, that whole murder mystery annoyed me because it feels like Aphmau wanted to do a murder mystery, but didn't actually decide who was the murderer or anything.
Yeah, on the funny number.
Aphmau didn't decide who the murderer was, so
Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to like make this again.
Jacob, that's not the funny number. You're too off. You're too off.
Why?
I know about that. Just
You're too off for the funny number.
Hey, look, if you ask Gen Alpha, that's the funny number. That's all I'm saying.
No, add 2 more, and you got the funny number.
Why are these two going in front of each other? I am so confused. Is it the layering thing? Maybe it is.
Probably layering.
Oh, that didn't work.
Okay, I think I have achieved what I set out to do tonight with this, presuming that the opacity is going to save when I export this later. I hope it will.
It should. No way. Save it as crap. What's it called? Like an MLG, just in case.
MLG? I don't think it's. I don't think it's called MLG.
No, it's like the format where you save like the actual project, where you can enter the project again with all its layers and edit it.
Okay, yeah.
When you click save as, the first thing that comes up, it's that. Do that just in case.
Okay, yeah, I will do that too. But yeah,
and you can always export the windows as a separate layer too, just in case of emergencies.
I'm already struggling with this more than
that's probably that might be a better method, honestly.
I don't know.
I said, yeah, you know what? That's probably the best idea out of the bunch. All right. Oh, KW is here. Speaking of KW,
hello.
we were just talking about you earlier.
Anyways, are we in the stream here?
Well, I don't know. Maybe Kevin wants to hang out for a bit.
Maybe.
Maybe
I need to also actually share my blender because
I
I
have one. Yeah, I have one other scene I can probably do, like the interior limos, and I think that's probably the last one out of the bunch, all the way down at the very end, last lines of the episode. So yeah, you know what? I'll do a few more screenshots because also this is also fittingly the part where where Morwenna's love struck. So of course Kenobi shows up right now.
Hmm.
I remember when Natasha actually recorded those lines, it took so long. It's like you know how a lot of people like back in the day were shipping not just Gareth and Lawrence but also Andy and Sebastian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like the idea of like not separating the VAs from the characters. Well, I guess Natasha was worried that was going to happen with her and Shiny. They said a big Shiny's last episode, but not that she knew that at the time. But yeah, they so there was a lot of hesitation, a lot of like, I'm doing this under duress. Moloch was so brave. Like you can hear the strain a little bit in the take that remained, because no matter what I said, that was always going to be interpreted that way.
I mean, you know, the whole VA shipping isn't really a thing. I mean, you know, or at least with our projects, I don't think any of the VAs have really been shipped because of them.
No, that's not, you know. Well, if anything, the characters weren't really that shipped at the time,
Yeah.
with the obvious exception of, you know, the actually built up romance, which I guess in the case of Natasha was the one thing she was concerned about. But there you go.
Although to be fair, with our shows, I mean, the people who actually actively engage and talk to us know us in the VAs, especially. So I mean, you know, I don't think you really ship us in the VA. You know, it's like one of those things
No.
where it's like,
Or at least
know,
not to our faces.
yeah.
I finally set up just the
They're careful to
basic
do it behind
theme.
closed doors.
I finally set the...
I just can imagine Moni as like a shrine, a bunch of us just together.
Okay.
Moni
Okay,
just trying
then.
the characters anyway, but just like the most like unhinged pairings.
Yeah.
I'll never forget some of the fanfics that, you know, were circulating thanks to because yeah, people don't know Monet's approach to fanfic writing for the characters is regardless of the character's current age them up to at least 18, and then
Okay.
and then go a bit more in terms of lead into the shipping a bit more, so to speak.
Okay.
I remember
I'm
the
gonna
whole. I
ignore the
remember
red
that.
flags.
I remember the whole Julius X Marwick thing from like episode from like when they were like sharing.
Yeah,
attention.
those who didn't even need to be aged up, they're already the same age. But I guess because of when they wanted to take the story, it was ideal to do so.
I wonder why.
My face on my text face on my thing just says everything.
Oh, don't worry, you didn't see the Sims recreation.
Oh no! I want to put it in like the bottom corner here.
Is that gonna work if I just? Yeah, no, that's gonna work.
Rotate.
Oh God! Okay. Oh, okay. Frame zero. Not. No. Nope. Frame zero is cursed. We do not look at that frame.
Okay.
I mean, you know,
Everything
frame
broke.
zero is normally cursed, anyways, but close enough.
Is it at least on frame one? No, I have to move it up one frame and then move. Okay. Now it's time for animation because, yep.
Rain is here actively, you know, actively shipping Moana from a distance. Not a very large distance, but you know, a distance.
The one thing I know I'm gonna have to do for this, because I actually I lost the green screen files again for the animated mouths, so I'm just gonna have to probably do static mouths for this.
Oh, no. I have them. I have a folder of
Oh,
different
thank goodness.
ones now. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great to have the animated mouth things, so I can just edit them on in DaVinci Resolve, because I'm not messing with
Yeah.
Blender's chroma key today. Nuh-uh. Though that thing was crap.
Oh, well, I mean, you're still gonna have to chroma key them. I think that's the thing. Like I have.
At least I'm doing it in a
them-
program that doesn't make me want to squeeze its innards out with its
Yeah.
Okay,
chroma
fine.
keying system.
Yeah, I've never looked into this, but there probably is a way to have like a transparent video of some kind, but usually if you do that, just render it out, just ends up with a black background, so it defeats the purpose.
I forgot that this thing is weird, so I have to scale it individually just to make it look normal and not like cross-eyed. And
being cross-eyed.
Okay. Another thing I'm gonna have to do is change the eyes type, the eye shape, because for the expressions. Which I don't know which one would work best for shock one.
Well, the best things that GL2 has bestowed upon us, the ability to have characters, emote or adopt different poses while sitting.
Yeah.
Which means I can be even more derivative and rip off the actual pose that Tirani adopts, despite the fact she was standing up in the original Witch, but close enough.
Now, to make these hands not a pain to animate, because they're going to be, and also to make sure they aren't KW's worst nightmare backwards. I can already feel the rage.
Crawling in.
I have to
And
at least flip the one hand if possible. Flip right hand. I think it only flips the hand though, not the actual full arm. So I want to do like another thing. I'm just gonna have to make it backwards because as long as they're not noticeable on like with girl with the tail, then it will be fine. Because it was real noticeable there. Oh, that one is not happy with me.
Yeah, this hand's not working. Put it back.
All right, that's time to block this out. I'm gonna have to set this all to constant and make it look better. Holy lack of in between frames.
Marwick? What happened to Marwick? He would never. Or would he? I don't know. He got that watch for his birthday. I was there. I'm a witness.
I was there, man. Jeff forgot it for his birthday, man. Opened up the present, everything.
Yeah, Pop gave it to him. His family could attest.
Unfortunately, they weren't there.
They were there. His family could
No, I mean
attest
like
that he got
no,
the
his
walk.
family weren't there to attest, is what I meant to say.
Oh, well, they should have been. Well, they got the suspension notice.
Hmm.
I mean, you know, and it is what it is. But that technically should have happened. They should have had a meeting. At least somewhat, you know, they could probably argue against it. But okay, so we need plot to happen. So
I guess it depends like when when Pete actually came forward, or like how quickly they processed that. You could maybe say that was all still going on, and they never got to that stage. If Principal Layla can lock Aphmau in a room for a while, then Principal Pearson can take a while with the paperwork. It's
yeah,
fine.
I forgot about that.
I should have probably also been adjusting Moena's skirts, but already that opens up a can of worms, if anything. That could go over. Nah. That looks worse if I actually address it. I'll crop it out. I'll crop out her legs. It's fine.
Dang. It's just like that gotcha video we watched the other day with the legs being gone. Because of the box. Oh no.
I find it's worse whenever we see like videos that where the cat's being filmed from the legs upwards, so you don't have to deal with their faces. So it's just like that, just in their torso, and that's it. You got like a mid shot, but it's the middle that you don't normally see. It's like, I see what you're doing here. Imperfect, the video. To name but one example, of course, it's not just that one.
All right, I'm gonna like just make it so that the mouth is gone into a certain frame when I add the static ones.
Empress is probably shipping them too. Oh, wait. I keep coming out of pose editor and realizing, oh, I forgot to do this. I've got to do a thing. And going back in. Oh, like, for example, actually changing Judas's pose like I was going to. What is that sound?
Coming from my mic when I'm scrolling by.
Yeah.
For some reason, Moeda's eyes here are deciding to not be constantly 92 for some reason, and I don't know why.
92?
Where's the...
They're shrinking.
It's just saying I every time. I
need to like set this to constant or something because it is bugging me when that is just having a seizure. Or just set it every frame to be 92. The correct blanking frame.
Her breath is very pink for some reason. Yeah, I think I got the wrong pink. We'll deal with that. another time. I have to plug these into the scene because they're not going to be in any discernible order. It's like the birds in Finding Nemo. Bye, 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 bye.
I'm trying to do like a good eye shape to change it for a more like shocked expression that doesn't break.
Her eyes look so strange with the way you're messing with one eye only.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna worry about the pupils only because it's like it could be a lot worse. Why is the eyebrow? Those are not set to constant.
To figure out what the issue is with all of these different heights that I've got for all the sitting poses. So anyway, I'm scrolling through the ones that I have that I realize, oh yeah, much more rampant issue than I thought. That should solve that.
My dog is having a fit downstairs again. That's just fun.
Doesn't look bad, it's like she's picking their nose. One thing I've never got is like how the how the GL2 poses can be the arms can be parented when they're moving up and down, but not when they're rotating.
Yeah, GL2's way of doing custom poses just it boggles my mind.
Yeah. I gotta go now though. Anyways, bye stream.
Okay, we're almost done. I've got this is going to be my penultimate screenshot anyway. At least for tonight. I can do this one with a static mouth, actually.
This thing cannot handle being in mature mode at all, which makes it unusable.
And one last one. Back to the pose editor. A little bit of that. Oh, make sure I get the head angle. Okay. And with this last label, we are done. All right. Well, thanks
Yippee.
everyone for joining. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's show off the yes. Yep. That's 13 screenshots, which doesn't seem like a lot, but honestly is more than I normally end up being able to do. So yes, is this method more efficient? It has proven to be once it is all set up, and were it to be used with a with an actual, in-app gacha background, then it has the potential to be. That being said, the other thing is, of course, also that because GL2 never had imported backgrounds, most of the backgrounds we've used for stuff are not going to be like that. So is that going to be an issue in the future for characters other than when they're standing up and talking to each other when they're interacting with objects? Maybe. Because that's the real issue. If they weren't all interacting with objects like they are in these scenes, then it would be another story. But as it happens right now, I guess I think they were good to conclude. So yeah, now the Team Jacobs were trapped in the green void.
And I'm gonna go
I'll
pose
rescue
more
them.
arms backwards.
Yeah, I'll rescue them to the best of my ability at some other point. But yeah, gonna put these in and do some stuff with audio because you don't want to hear me doing that or looping around. So
Also,
everyone for
try to
joining
send me
us
the green
today.
screen out as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll do that right after we cut the cameras.
Yep.
So yeah, I was going to show off some fan art as well of that Everly sent me. Not fan art, just art in general, I guess, of Believer and Gasoline. But I forgot to do that another time, maybe on the actual video next review we do in 6 days. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, the cafeteria background was never found, and it never will be now because we've got a new one. It's all okay. So please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And subscribe to us already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.